What is up, party people? All right, so I was doing some research and watched a couple of videos about a couple of things about nuclear testing, and came across a very untold story. Something I never heard of. I heard about a lot about testings. I know about Operation Fishbowl, all this other fun stuff that that our government, our United States military, has done. And there are things that in all my years I had never heard. We have all heard about Chernobyl. Also, a few of you guys saying put that in the chat. Let me go ahead and say what's up to you guys before I get started. What is up? What's up, Thad? What up, No Name? What up, Calm Bullshit? What is up, SE Montreal? What up, John Watson? What up, GPS? What up, they and them? What up, Davaros? How you doing, sir? I'm happy you're here. I saw your message. Talking very, very shortly. Let me see. What's up, Channel Q? Missed you. What's up, Skyfly? And let's see. That is it for now. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and open the Discord, and I'll let so they can hear what's going on. What is up, people? All right, I think they're probably still over at the YouTube. All right, so like I was saying, I never heard about this. It is, if you guys do not know the area, it is the, yeah, I don't want to destroy this. It is the Equatol.
Okay, so the Marshall Islands.
Yes,
Just
the
say the
Marshall Islands.
Marshall
But
Islands.
no, but I want to say what I want to say. You know what I want to say, so say it because I can't say it. You,
Ekawatawa, I think it is.
Equatawa.
Uh,
Yes,
I just.
Equatawa
What's
Atoll.
funny? Yeah, what's funny is I just watched a documentary on this last night before you posted this video, this live stream,
Yes. So
because I was
this.
looking into. Sorry. I was
Yeah, go ahead.
looking into uranium, plutonium, and thallium
Hmm?
and thorium. And I came across an ABC Australia foreign correspondent video on what happened at Bikini Atoll and throughout the Marshall Islands. And seeing you had this stream coming on today, I'm like, no way, no, not
It
Sean, no.
it was mind numbing to see this, and this is no. Okay, let's get one thing straight. This is no conspiracy. This is not a conspiracy at all. It is just a blunder of the United States government in which they hid. I'm not going to say hid. They were as quiet about this as they could possibly ever be. Would you agree, Davros? From what you got out of it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They
So,
admitted they did it.
yep.
They admitted what they did.
Wait, wait, wait,
The
wait,
thing
wait,
is,
wait,
they
wait,
lied.
wait, wait.
Hang on.
They didn't admit it as in what everyone would think when we say what they admitted.
Oh, no. That's not what I'm. That's yeah, exactly what you're saying,
Hmm?
Sean. They admitted they did the testing and did the dumping and
Yes.
put the concrete dome over
Yes. But
that
before
part.
we get to that part, I want to get to I want everyone to understand what we're talking about. So, in the Discord, if you guys click on that live link, I'm pretty sure some of you guys already have. You'll see that I have my Google Pro up. Everyone on YouTube is looking at the Google Pro map as we speak right now. Um, this was also a wow situation when I realized, basically, turn my light on. I realized right off the bat how close this is to people. Now, when I say how close this is to people, I'm just saying in general of the area. So we're going to say Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines. We'll see. Okay, so on the Google Pro, right now we're staring at the United States. It is nowhere near here. Or I guess you could say it's near here, but it's not near here. So let me go ahead and get to it. Okay, so where we're going to be going is the Bikini Atoll, the Marshall Islands. Okay, so this area, even outside of this red box, everything you see in your screen right now is what's considered the Marshall Islands. I guess this is what would you? This is hmm,
Yeah.
it
So the
would
Marshall
it would
Islands,
all be
right?
considered like a state. If it was in the part of the United States, it'd be a state. All of these islands.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's over 1,000 square kilometers just between Bikini and Etawana, which is where people have just been allowed to go back to.
Wait. Going too far. Going too fast. Okay, so in the screen, what you guys are seeing right now, let me make it a little bit bigger so everyone can see it. All right, let's do it like this. Okay, so in this red box that you guys are staring at right now, the big box, this is the area that the larger size box is the area in which the United States did a lot of testing. I would say in excess of over 100 to 200 nuclear tests in this area alone. Now, we'll look at that very small box in the big box. Let me go ahead and zoom into that real quick. Okay, so what you're seeing in that small box, and Davros, correct me if I'm wrong at any point, in that small box would represent where people of the Marshall Islands, of the atolls, live today. Right?
Some do, yes.
Yes,
But
yes.
there's people dotted all over that chain of islands,
Yeah,
except
but
for Bikini Atoll.
yeah. Well, like I said, so this whole area, everything you guys see in the picture right now makes up of the Marshall Islands. And there are all these islands outside the red box. There are little scatters of people, right? So population, I'd say of all of Marshall Islands, still is under 2,000 people. Now we're going to fixate on this one little area right here for right now, because we got another area. This area right here. This area is the Iowaka Atoll. This is a chain of islands that people did live for a very long time. And I what was it? I think it said 1,000 BCs when they got there, or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Okay, anyway,
population is actually 53,000.
yes,
And they
of the
use
of all
United
of the
States dollars.
but of all of the Marshall Islands, you're saying, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so let me show everyone a better idea of what we're talking about. So this is a guesstimate, I would say. Oh, wrong screen. This is for my bad, guys. This is all Discord's fault.
Oh, you ended the stream. Fuck you.
Well, I ended that stream, but I'm trying to
Open a
show
new
you
window.
yeah. Okay, there we go. So I want to make sure you guys see the same thing what YouTube's seeing. Okay, so what you're looking at now are all the test sites of nuclear explosions. Now, what this doesn't depict is the actual amount that they did. These are just test sites. There may have been 10, 15, 30. I think one was 50 explosions in this area alone. Now, this area, there's a place called, let me go back to Google real quick. So this area, right in here, right where this little pointer is going to be, right there.
Let me guess, Sean.
Yep.
It's going to be the most thriving marine life in the whole ocean, right?
Absolutely not. Okay, so right where the I just put a little point that's blinking right now. You guys may not see it in Discord. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back over there.
Yeah, it's there. I
Reddit,
can see it.
It's okay. So it's Reddit atoll is what it's called. There are people living there during a lot of these testings, and mind you, this atoll, this whole area, is about I think it's 300 kilometers wide, something like that.
It's a volcano.
Yeah, it's the rim of a volcano, an extinct volcano. Okay, so now we've shown that. Now here's what's really important to look at. Right here. Bikini Atoll. Right below Bikini Atoll, right at the bottom of the screen, there is a little marking. It says Op Castle. Okay. This is where shit gets real fun. Alright, so Operation Castle.
And Operation Castle Bravo as well.
Yes, okay. Well, Operation Castle is the important one. I know you guys in Discord cannot see what they're showing. This. Perfect. Okay, so this is Operation Castle. Operation Castle is very special in that it is the largest nuclear test explosion ever. It was in relation to I think it was I don't want to say 100 because I actually think it was 1,000. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, because it was a hydrogen bomb, not a.
Mm-hmm. I don't know
Yeah,
about
because
that. Hang on.
Okay, so from my research, okay, a hydrogen bomb is 100 times more explosive than the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima.
It was a thermonuclear weapon.
Yeah, it's hydrogen bomb.
Okay, so we're clarified on that. Perfect, thank you. That was my bad. Okay, so the explosion was I believe 100 times larger than the Hiroshima bomb.
That's what I just said.
Okay, but I wanted to say it. I have it in my notes. I'm looking at it. I'm gonna read them. Davros. Okay.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
Yes, thank you. Now, here's what's special about that. Now, let me go back to the Google Pro, because, again, it's very important that you guys see the problem here. Again, remember, the largest nuclear test. Not tests with an S. One test. They did one test at this location. Again, here at Bikini Atoll, right where you see that op castle right here, is where that site was. Now, in the scheme of not wanting to get in trouble, I'm not going to show a video, but I want to let you guys understand what a lot of these documentaries will explain. Let me go ahead and put the documentary Davros shared. I think that's in my pick. Got like one. I'll put it in here. I'm not sure if you already did or not, Davros, but I'll put it in here again. I'll put it in the chat so you guys can watch it at some time. Okay, so there were actually eyewitnesses. Now understand this.
It actually is Operation Castle Bravo, by the way.
Yes, I apologize. What we were just showing, but this was no. Okay, you're right. But
yeah, on March 1st, 1954, the United States carried out its largest nuclear detonation, Castle Bravo, at Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands.
Yes, it was the only test that they did there. But
yeah, so it's Operation Castle, and the test was Castle Bravo.
Yeah, but the Castle Bravo was the big one, but it was the one that they did first. It was they've only done one nuclear test at okay.
Yeah, so it was called Operation Castle, which is why it says OP Castle.
Yes.
But the detonation was Castle Bravo.
Yes. Thank you. Even better clarification. Perfect. Okay, so here's what happens. Okay, this is where it gets real bad. This is the black eye. When this happens, when they're doing these testing, what they do is they seek out meteorologists. They seek out weather predictions to know what will happen, ahead of time. In this case, one thing they would worry about, because again, people in Bikini Atoll are inhabited of this area where this detonation was done. This is what the U.S. says to the world. We had made a weather prediction with the winds headed to the south. And let me phrase this, and I quote, and it's going to sound weird, but I quote, okay, ready? The winds did not do as our predictions told, and what happened is the fallout was taken by the winds north. One account that I remember, one of the ladies was saying, is that at one point, I think it was about an hour, about 15, 20 minutes after the detonation, the bright light that they all witnessed, was that it started to snow. And imagine this. You're teenagers, you're kids, and you've never seen snow. You've heard about it. You may have seen it once or twice on the TV. Probably not. But it happens. You don't know anything about nuclear weapons. And guess what you do? You go and play in it. Yes, teenagers, kids alike, and adults were being rained on, but with nuclear waste, nuclear fallout. It is not a snow. It is not ash. It's not ash at all. It is the literal. Correct me if I'm wrong, Davros. It is basically all the particles of radiation that don't dissipate in the explosion itself. Am I wrong, Davros?
It's nuclear fallout, my friend.
Yes. And that's basically
what they call a cold winter.
Yes. And in this, right off the bat, the government comes out and says what I just told you guys about the wind, and that they are going to take care of it. When they say take care of it, you think reparations, blah, blah, blah. It goes to court. They are found guilty, obviously, and the people of the Atoll Islands, this is in all, are granted, I think it was $4 billion in damages. And this is 1980s at this point. It is 2020, and I think as of right now, they have paid $4 million of that. Now, let me get into the nitty gritty of what this testing entailed. After the test goes off, they put these people into a quarantine. Problem is, can't really quarantine people on the island in which it happens. So what do? They kicked everyone off the islands. They basically told people within whatever, I think it was a week's time, you got to go. Can't be here. It's too dangerous. We have to fix our mistake. Now, one of the issues with nuclear plants, energy, is what are we going to do with the waste? This is another issue we have with all the nuclear warheads that we have from the Cold War and all that good stuff. What are we going to do with the waste? Well, in the United States, up near Montana, we have a mountain that they have buried pretty much everything they could into it so far without a plan of what next. Well, here at the atolls, they decided, hey, what if we go ahead and pull that up on the screen? I should have done that while I was jabbering. What if we decided to bury all our waste? Well, where would you do it? Where is it? Why not somewhere where we've been doing all this testing in the atolls? They get the bright idea. Actually, I have pictures of it. That will so much better. Display screen, which means I probably shouldn't have changed it. You guys go on Discord. There it is. Okay, so what you are looking at right now is the dome. The dome is a 18-inch concrete cap to one of these, I guess you call them atolls. I think that's what they're called. That little pool you see above the concrete pad is basically the same thing that dome is sitting on top of. The United States decided they would put all the nuclear waste that they accumulated from all the testing, most of the stuff that was on the atoll islands, and bury it in this one location. And like I said, cap it with an 18-inch thick concrete dome. Here's the problem. And here's maybe one of the reasons I heard about this. So, it's been a lot of years, and this concrete slab is deteriorating. If you watch any of the
documents, and the water is rising.
Yes. Climate change has predicted that water will rise. Well, these are some of the reasons we know this is happening. Because some of these locations that live in these island chains around the world are actually being pushed off their land due to water rising. Now, here's what's happening with this situation. What you're looking at now, the 18-inch concrete dome that is over this nuclear waste, is cracking. It has holes in it. Not to mention the dirt that's in that little pond, that little atoll, is permeated. Let me say this better. By the way,
those two holes are from nuclear tests.
Just so you know. Yes, those were created through nuclear tests. So they said, "Why? Hey, since we already have one, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and put the waste in it." But the problem is that they didn't. That concrete dome is only a dome. There are no concrete walls, no concrete liner. So that radiation does make its way out to the ocean. to the point where this is located
Permeates.
Thank you. I'm going to pull up this picture real quick. This image. Okay, so what you're looking at here is the island we are talking about. That is literally called the Dome, and that island is off limits to all people. Here's the problem.
But no one's protecting it.
Yep. There's no fences. There's no signs. There's no guards. Nope. Matter of fact, there are actually tour guides, mainly researchers and scientists and whatnot, that go out there and observe this location. Now, when we talk Chernobyl, if I do remember correctly, that was an underground test, right? Or what would you call that?
That was an accident.
It was an accident.
No, it was, but the fallout happened underground though. So the Edison nuclear plant that's here in California, the dome shells that protect everything, that case the nuclear waste or the nuclear stuff, whatever, blah blah blah. It actually sits probably about 30, I think it's 30 feet underground there. Well, Chernobyl was kind of the same thing, and that's kind of, so put it this way. When this is what I'm trying to explain. When there's a nuclear bomb it hits the ground, and it fallout spreads, explosion, fallout, everything happens above ground. When it's underground, it basically penetrates the ground, and the radiation's in the ground. That's why Chernobyl's bad, because so much of the ground has radiation in it. Whereas in these locations, what they like to do is say, well, the fallout isn't that long because it was the surface. It's surface radiation. Eventually, it will deteriorate itself, right? That's how it is in Arizona. A lot of spots in Arizona they did nuclear testings are like that now.
Sean, the Chernobyl one, the casing broke on the building, if I'm not mistaken. So it was exposed to the outside environment.
Yeah, they had to build a new one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And no name, nukes do hit the ground, just so you know.
The tests in Bikini Atoll were planted in the ones in Bikini Atoll were planted in the ocean and then exploded.
No, some of them.
That was
they weren't dropped.
I know about that one.
Yes, there were. Some of them were.
That was the one they did on the battle group. That was one test, I believe, or two they did.
Now, if we're talking about this test, the test that the Castle Bravo, that one was dropped.
Yeah. Castle Bravo was an aerial burst. Yeah. But these ones at this island,
I see what you're saying.
were in-ground testing. So they were set on the ground and exploded to see the yield height.
Yes. Okay. I see what you're saying. Different times, but yes, exactly. That's the majority of them. Yes. Now, what was it? Okay. So here's the other problem. What we were saying before with the ocean levels rising. That's not even the part that is the problem. The problem is that during typhoons and storms, which on record, I think the guy was saying that they get 6 to 8 a year now, whereas before, 20, 30 years ago, they were getting 1 a year or something like that. The ocean flows over that dome during storms, and there is radiation leaking from that dome, which means the reason why that island is shut down and everything around it is because that whole area is fucked. Here's where it gets really fucking bad. Let's just say that a big enough storm hits that dome casing and cracks it, and it exposes, opens it up completely. What's going to happen is the Pacific Ocean, and I don't even know how possible this is, but they're going to have to shut the Pacific Ocean down because of currents, the jet stream, the ocean stream, the jet, what do you call that? It was called transatlantic or something or other.
You mean the ocean currents that have increased over the last 30 years?
As well,
The
yes.
fact that, yeah,
I think there's 2
that
more
was something
bands or
else I
something like
saw.
that.
Yeah, they're
But
getting faster.
but just understand that if this cracks open completely and the radiation is uranium is able to actually seep out legitimately, it's going to contaminate the Pacific Ocean. That's how serious this is.
There's the plutonium waste. That's the big.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
It's
You mean
worth
kind
bearing
of
in
like the
mind.
Fukushima?
Say again? Oh,
Kind of
this
like the
is-
Fukushima?
Oh no, this is nothing compared to Fukushima.
It's worth bearing in mind that
Fukushima and Chernobyl.
it takes about
make
30 years for the.
Yeah, I see what Marty Moose is saying. No, that okay. The amount of waste. Okay, so when these nuclear plants use up a certain amount, they store the waste on site. At Fukushima, over at Edson, what I was talking about here in California, they have a very large stockpile of waste that they have nowhere to take it to. Fukushima, that was what seeped out into the oceans. Wasn't enough.
Yeah, it was
it
was the graphite. It was the
yeah.
graphite that was irradiated with uranium-232. That is what was leaking out into the ocean.
And
it
it's
wasn't
still,
it-
to this
that-
day.
Yeah, but
So this
Fukushima
game
was
still
2011, so that's like 8 years ago, and it doesn't seem to have affected the Californian coast.
There wasn't enough. But what's in? Let me see if I can find the exact number of how much.
Yeah, Fukushima was 2011, 8 years ago.
Can I just say that it takes about roughly 30 years for the world's oceans to homogenize. So if something is released somewhere, it's going to end up everywhere within 30
Is
years.
that because it's a globe?
Yeah.
John,
Yeah,
I think
but
it's flat, don't you?
Yeah, but it's the 232 that is not the issue. It's anything that's uranium-233 or 238 that's the problem. So uranium-232 is the byproduct of the nuclear reactors because it takes 233, removes the neutron or the proton, whichever way it creates the reaction, which then breaks down to 232. That 232 is not as dangerous as 233. It's not as radioactively dangerous.
Okay,
what came out of Chernobyl?
So hang on. So along with, and again, this is odd because there's an undisclosed number on the amount of tons that they dumped into the atoll, the Marshall Island dome, but they also found out that in 1958 they shipped 130 tons of atomic it says 130 tons of soil from the atomic testing grounds in Nevada to the Marshall Islands as well.
Assholes.
Oh, big time assholes.
Skyfly Bry. It's important not to confuse me with the flat earther, John Watson.
Yeah, different one.
Yes, this is Jon Watson, not John Watson.
Yeah, it's all very well what you're saying, Sean, but we had Chernobyl back in 1986, and everyone said, "Oh, this is going to cause worldwide catastrophe." And then the next big one was obviously Fukushima, which was 2011, 8 years ago, and there was Dabu 77 online was saying, "Oh, this is the end of the world. All the fish will be mutilated and that, and we'll be eating polluted foods and that, and we'll all die." There's just scaremongering. The world's a massive place in the hills itself. Doesn't matter if there's some nuclear waste going into the sea. It might affect something nearby, but technically that's a small island in I think it's in the
that dome
southern
is
hemisphere.
not small, and the amount that they put in there is not a small amount. That's what the problem is, Skyfly. The amount that they've stored, that they encapsulated into that with that dome, is enough to radiate to what do you call it?
No, when you think big, you're not thinking of the real Earth. The Earth's a big globe. It's a massive ball.
No. I said Pacific Ocean. I'm from where this is. Those atoll islands. The current goes north. The Pacific Ocean would be fucked. This isn't Fukushima. This isn't Chernobyl. There's a lot more waste in that dome than is on site at Chernobyl and is on site at any other site right now. This is the largest. This is a huge amount of waste that they've stored there without even saying anything to anybody.
Do you have close-ups of the waters near there? I bet you, Sean, the wildlife is thriving, just like Chernobyl. How much you want to bet?
You want to eat it? I dare you to eat it.
Not me, but going from Chernobyl, the wildlife is thriving there. You see the ghost towns, and you see animals everywhere.
SE Montreal, the reason that happens because the Earth's rotating and it's circulating. It's a filter. The Earth is a big filter.
Right, it's the Coriolis effect.
I don't like that word, but I know you don't believe the Earth is spinning. That's why you call yourself Stationary Earth Montreal. But the Earth is rotating. It's a filter. So everything that's put in the water will, like in Japan, there's lots of dead zones with jellyfish that are eating all the fish and taking the oxygen out of the water. The Gulf Streams full of dead zones with lots of minerals that are washed into the rivers and go out there and just kill all the oxygen. They're called hypoxica. But, it's devastating to the fish and everything that's in the water in that area. But over time, it will fix itself. It's not a problem.
I'm happy that you're very optimistic about it, but I'm sorry, my friend. It's a big deal. It would not happen and everyone would be like, oh, well, just give it some time. It'll go away.
Just
Well, do you remember when they spilled that oil in the Gulf Stream?
Look, and understand this. This many years later, 20 plus years later, they're still having issues with that shit, especially the stuff they wanted to use to clean it up. When all it did was take the fucking oil to the bottom of the ocean.
They're making money from it, so they're going to have issues.
Yeah, I want anyone in this panel to tell me where plutonium is found naturally.
Half a second.
You have there's 3 main rocks in the world, and then you have all the different minerals, and there's like 2,000 of them, probably plus. The fact is, the Earth can sustain itself. It doesn't matter if you put pollutants in the air, in the atmosphere.
That is so not true.
It is very true. It will always fix itself because
wait. Show me how do you have evidence that it fixes itself? Explain how it fixes itself.
The fact that the Earth is millions of years old and it's been here for a long time.
Do you read the Daily Mail by any chance?
No, I don't believe the Daily Mail. No, I don't watch it. I don't subscribe to that newspaper.
The problem that I have with this kind of
certain species may become extinct, but that doesn't end the world. The world will continue forever.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So, I see what you're saying. Does human life matter to you, Skyfly?
When you read stories like Philip Schofield being a complete raving bender, and you always respected him and thought he was a great guy.
I don't care about a book. I'm talking reality right now.
Yeah, but no one has answered my question about fucking plutonium.
No one cares. You're right.
Plutonium's the problem.
Okay, where do you find it?
It's like the bushfires in Australia over the last few months.
There you go.
No, they subsided. They've finished.
Davros, you've been hanging out with too many fucking deniers. Just tell us what the fuck it is and where it comes from.
Yeah, plutonium is produced in a nuclear blast.
Okay.
It is not a naturally made substance.
Okay, so then what you're saying
we cannot survive plutonium.
Yeah. So what you'd say is, Skyfly, how does the Earth know how to fix itself with a substance that does not happen naturally on it?
Because it's
good question.
And I like that you think that if that dome cracked open, that it'd be like, oh well, Earth fine, but forget humans, forget uh, marine life. Because what you're saying is Earth will be fine. What we're trying to explain is that everything on Earth would not.
Sean, Channel 2's just come into your Discord with a different name. And she's saying, now what? So can you give a role so she can come into the stream? Yeah, she's got a different name. It's
No, she doesn't.
YOTOHA.
What's her name?
It's I can't read it. It's Yokamasha or something like that.
No one can read
It's
it. That's her.
It's thought that
she's had.
It's thought that if all of the nuclear weapons that are known to be in existence,
can I just say to Channel Q, you might need to exit and then come back in once you get a.
Yeah, you may need to refresh. I hate Discord for that, but I love it. But yeah, that's the situation though. It's one of those things where and here's a big situation. First of all, they constructed that dome very quickly as a boo-boo. Like they didn't talk about it. They didn't. It's very difficult to find anything except for recently, stuff like that. I did find the document. You guys are screwed on Discord because I'm too lazy to show you guys at the moment.
Yeah, Sean G, I watched a documentary on the people that buried that concrete on top of that.
They're dead.
That waste.
Most of them are dead.
Most of them are dead because it was a long time ago. But a lot of them lived to 80.
No. The guys who did that would be in their 50s and 60s right now, and they're all coming down with cancer They were all coming down with cancer and all these other things at 45. A lot of them died before that.
No, I do remember watching that documentary, and there were people still alive and this was a few years ago.
Yeah, and they were in their 50s and 60s.
I have a question.
There are many people. There were many people that are native of the Marshall Islands that are still alive, but a lot of them died from the fallout. A lot of them still have scars of fallout. Not to mention, a lot of them were displaced. They were told, "Get the hell out of here now! Go. Where am I going to go? We don't know. Just leave here now." That's what they were kicked off their islands.
I went to North Korea.
Oh, hello, channel. How are you doing?
Good.
What were you saying? You said a lot of them went to North Korea?
No, I said they should have gone to North Korea.
Somewhere over there. I didn't realize how close it was to everything.
Wait, what's uninhabited space?
The atoll, what do you call them? Damn it, Davros, say it again.
TRUUTUBE.
Ekatanawa, I think it is.
Hard word to say.
Just say whatever you want to say.
Welcome to the show, Q. You sound a bit quiet to me, personally.
It's easiest way to say the Bikini Atolls. That one I remember.
Anyway, Sean, what's your show about? Obviously, it's about the I've lost your page. I've changed pages.
It's about the nuclear testing and the people of the Atoll Islands that were basically involved in it 100%. You know what I mean?
I hate it when I've got too many windows open. I can't remember where I am.
Basically, what it's about is this is a huge American F up, is what we're talking about.
In comparison to F ups or in comparison to US F ups?
I would say on F ups alone, but definitely a top 3 of US fuck ups. This one is pretty bad. There's a lot of people that are the thing is that it's kind of like after the early 80s, the American government kind of just secretly moonwalked out of the room when everyone was still asking questions about going home and the aid that they were supposed to be getting, which America basically just said F you and ran away from. Because again, no one's heard about this. This is like I said, Davros heard, watched some on it. I watched some on it. It was like just so happened to happen.
Oh, so the media didn't tell anybody about it?
No. At the time, during it, hell no. It was not talked about at all. It wasn't until I'd say the early '90s that this became a big topic in the courts and in the public. And this all happened in the 50s, 60s. And the biggest problem, like I said, all the waste that they did bury in that little dome, that dome is cracking and that dome is deteriorating. And
What's
the
it made out
ocean,
of?
concrete, 18 inches of concrete.
Oh, that's it.
And it's just a lid. It's the soil, the existing soil, still the existing soil around it. And at the bottom of it, there's no liner, nothing.
See, what I don't understand about all this is why did they make all that dangerous stuff for in the first place? Like, okay, I can get the idea of like nuclear power and efficiency, but I mean, if you can't do and dispose of the waste from it properly, you haven't finished developing the idea.
Who cares? We got toys that go boom.
All right, I thought this conversation was taking a different direction.
Well, one of the big things that I know a lot of these tests were more flexing of muscle. This is what we have. We're doing it. We're getting better at it. That's all a lot of these tests.
Why don't we just ship it all to Venus?
Say again?
Why don't we just ship it all to Venus?
Because we plan to go to Venus in the year 337.
Go to Venus. Well, so what? It's not like in Venus will just probably burp.
I don't know how that works, but I know there are treaties that don't allow that because they have thought about doing that before. Matter of fact, Operation Fishbowl,
like a catapult in space.
Yeah, it won't work. They tried that. Operation Fishbowl showed it was a bad idea. Matter of fact,
Sean,
this is crazy.
And is that the one where they hit the dome?
So remember Yeah, so
where they hit the dome?
Yeah, something like that.
No.
Operation Fishbowl. They actually realized that the nuclear radiation from those tests actually have created like some type of shield that blocks the electromagnetic field from being so close.
Sean.
Yes, Skyfly. I was trying to finish what I was saying.
I know, but I wanted to interrupt because do you think this is the first time we've had nuclear power? Do you think it's the first time? Do you think this is the first time in our history that we've had nuclear power? Do you not think it might have happened in the past?
Like, what do you mean?
Well, maybe several hundred years ago they may have nuclear power.
No. A couple hundred years ago, dude?
I don't think so.
That's funny.
Fucking lie.
You realize that Kirk Douglas just died at 100 years, right? So, like,
when did they first?
Can you guys hear me?
No.
No, I'm sure this has happened.
He had nuclear power when Kirk Douglas was born, or what, Brian?
No, I'm sure this has happened before.
Wait. What evidence is there that there was nuclear power a few hundred years ago?
I'm going to say, like the flat earthers, I don't know.
Well, that's how much weight it has here.
But there's no proof. You know, this is new. There's no proof. Just because we're experiencing it in our lifetime, it may have been here like several hundred years ago.
No,
and I think there's strong.
Okay, look, Brian, you got to find the dome from 100 years ago with all the waste buried in it that's cracking, and then we'll believe you.
No, concrete doesn't last that long. It's all deteriorated now.
What are you talking about?
But you do have.
It's not the problem. Isn't that concrete doesn't last too long? It's that concrete takes too long to completely treat.
No, but you do have massive structures from what apparently is 2,000 years or 10,000 years ago, like the pyramids and stuff, that we can't build today. Apparently,
no, we can build them.
So they may have had greater technology.
Pyramids are a giant telephone god.
Let's clarify the pyramid rumor. Okay, first of all,
when you go in the pyramid and you sing hymns, they go directly to God.
Look, the only thing about pyramids that we can't do is say exactly how they did it. But I'm telling you right now, Skyfly, we have the technology and the equipment that we would build those pyramids in 6 months. Precision? Absolutely.
Especially if you was in the digger, pushing the mud out and that, and digging the footings.
No, we would easily, excavate the foot, build footings, concrete footing, and then put the pyramids right on top of it, and we would build it with probably even more precise than they did. The difference is the only thing we can't do when it comes to that discussion is figure out exactly how they did it, and then
I think they
No,
were
produce
it's
it the same.
more
obvious it was
advanced, and they
giants.
knew about rocks and how they were made, and they could mix certain minerals with certain other compounds to make rock, and it was like concrete.
Yeah, they
And
do
they
that with
No,
natives used to do that
that's not what they
with
did.
Adobe houses. What do you get? Adobe houses, same concept.
It's
Yeah, they
not.
found something that made of concrete, but that's different. It's not the same concrete we
It was
use today.
obvious that the pyramids were built by giants.
I know G Hammer stone is not concrete. I didn't say it was.
So if there was giants, then the gravity must have been less. So the Earth must
There
have been
weren't
No.
giants. There were no
No,
evidence
see,
for
that's
giants
where you
either.
misunderstand giants.
There's
Giants
no
had
giants.
hollow bones.
Have you seen this? Or are you just saying it? They must have.
There's lots of stories about giants, and there's lots of stories about other stuff.
There's a lot of stories about
Oh,
Santa Claus,
bones.
Skyfly.
You
Yeah,
can
that's
handle the
true.
gravity even when you're a giant.
Okay, so then you're talking about the dinosaurs channel.
Yeah, like well, sure, you know.
No, there's no
but not
dinosaurs. But there were no
lizards.
giants, though. We know there were
No,
dinosaurs.
because see, the Velociraptor was pretty intelligent, and they
It was
almost
small,
had
though.
thumbs.
It was small. A thumb?
Yeah,
No.
but so they were bigger than us, dude.
Are you trying to say that like those one birds, the cassowaries, have thumbs?
Look, I'm telling you, they were giants with hollow bones and thumbs, and
There were
they
no giants.
had
Giant what?
a propensity
Clarify.
for creating
Giant-
squares from
Giant
rocks.
what?
I'm happy that there were giants in the past, and I'm happy that gravity was less, and I'm happy that the Earth was much smaller, and it's been growing over the years. It's been available.
You think there was a time when Jupiter was just gas spread across the universe, right?
How do you know?
The early people of the Earth used to see this gas, and it was collecting into Jupiter. They actually saw Jupiter.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
Come on, dude.
You know what I
I've got
heard
the best
yesterday?
one.
Aboriginals believe there was a time before the moon in their stories.
Yeah,
That was freaky.
it's the same place
Yeah,
where
it's
they
called
saw Jupiter form.
It's called daytime.
Nighttime.
To be this big swirly rainbow all over the sky, and it was all the gases that made up Jupiter.
Now, I think personally, I think the Earth is it is as old as they say it is. Not the Bible version, but the Big Bang version. They say it's billions of years old, and I believe that is true. And I believe that a lot of information has been lost. We've evolved and become special and built great things, and then we've lost it because of cataclysms. And then we've come back, and then certain people remember who survived, and we started building it again. It just keeps going around in circles.
I think Jupiter's gas
time
theory
is a
sounds
straight
like
line.
Blaming like
the past.
Time is a straight line.
The past, future.
Time is a straight line. Causality never goes back on itself. It never can, never will.
If you think about it, time is just it's made up by humans. Animals don't have clocks and they don't have time, but they do have experience time. I'm not saying
they have causality.
Causality,
they have event to event, which is a duration between events. That's causality.
Yeah, we've managed to arrange it in a convenient way.
We derived our measurement of time from causality, not the other way around.
Exactly. So that's why when you look at the moon and you can see there's a sequence to it and there's a time to it, and the sun, there's a time to it. You can measure it and you can physically calculate that the Earth is a sphere based on those facts alone. You don't even need to see the curves. You don't need to go in an aircraft and go to some stupid height and see the curve of the Earth, because you know it's a curve because the way it works.
I think we invented time.
I need to go. Okay, again, this is what we did. We did not invent time. We invented a scale of time. We invented the scales of time. hours, minutes, days, months, years,
From our
decades.
perspective,
Okay,
from
that
the
we'll give
perspective of
you.
this planet only.
Why did we invent kilometers and miles and meters to confuse ourselves?
To scale down
And
distance.
ounces and pounds.
To scale distance and money.
Yeah, but we should have stuck with you have Fahrenheit,
So
don't you,
they
in
could
America?
efficiently rip up the face of the earth and turn it into a bunch of ugly rectangles?
Why do you have Fahrenheit in America? We have Celsius.
Because we're smart.
Yeah, and scientists use Kelvin.
Kelvin.
Fucking scientists.
We have freedom.
Yeah, we're allowed to. That's why.
Do you believe that they built the Babel Tower and God came down and confused the languages and moved us all around the earth? Do you believe that nonsense?
No.
Oh, for the record,
No.
Marty Moose, for the record, it could be done in 6 months. It would take a very large endeavor to do so, but placing stones would be the easy part of that ordeal. 80-ton stones. First of all, we'd cut the stone size down and we use materials that are lighter and and easily construct it. We do it all the time. Fucking go to Vegas.
Well, what
and
if you were a
construct
giant?
pyramid. They're not giants. That don't exist. Giant machines.
Question.
Maybe.
Have you ever heard of the mounds?
Yeah, they're like ant mounds and shit.
No, there are these giant mounds.
Oh, I know what you're
Okay.
talking about. Those, yeah, but if
And
those are mounds of
they
Oh,
found
I
ants,
actually
giant bones.
excavate. I actually
No,
worked
they
on an
didn't.
excavation on a mountain.
Bones of giants
Alabama.
inside of them.
they have never found
Like
giants.
No.
they chased a
they're
bunch
not.
of giants in there and then sealed them in there and let them
Are you
die.
on? What are you on today?
Why would the giants have to run away?
Yeah, why would giants run away? They just turn around and squash them.
No, they
Are you-
didn't. The giants didn't run away. See, the people that weren't giants were tired of the giants. The giants were bad in their opinion. So what they did is they lured the giants into the mound, and when the giants got in the mound, they sealed them in the mound and ran away. And the
Oh,
Then
giants
they had
died
some
in the mound.
necrotism.
Oh, hang
So
on.
cute.
So,
Like
hang
your
on, hang on,
reason.
guys. Hang on. So, Marty Moose, that's not cheating.
There's several
I
of
made
them.
it
There's
very
like
clear.
6 of them.
I made it very clear that if our technology and the equipment that we have today, we could build it in 6 months. That's why they took so long to build them, because they didn't have that technology. Regardless of what SKYFLY thinks, even
Look,
though
why
you
would
think they
if
had
they had that
nuclear
technology? They
power.
would have took it with them. Their power.
Don't say that. Makes me sound simple.
I
Like
was- I know. Yeah, but saying that there was nuclear power a few hundred years ago is kind of.
I'm sure there probably was. There
And
probably
nuclear
was.
power circular
Yeah,
saw
so-
or some shit.
Sounds peach shape
You-
right there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
they
know
had,
what
they had
was it,
electric cars in the 30s.
What did you just say?
Bry?
They had
Right.
electric cars in the 30s.
He said we had
Right.
nuclear powered cars in the
I
30s.
have a,
Electric
I have a
cars.
question for you, Bry. When was
Sorry?
uranium first discovered?
I don't know, mate. I'm not sure.
And also,
So
what
means
element
that-
was used to create nuclear power prior to
Okay.
1840?
I'm not going to do an Anthony Riley and say, I'm going to get an egg and then see if it floats. And if it doesn't, I was right. I don't know. I don't know the scientific side of it, but it seems to make sense.
Oh, so you've got a claim with no evidence, Brian.
No, I don't need
You
that.
said there was possibly nuclear power a few hundred years ago, but you.
Oh, there must.
He
Yeah, there must
doesn't know where uranium is on the periodic
it's like
table.
the Wright brothers, like they first discovered flight and that. And I'm thinking,
Yeah,
no,
1903,
yeah,
just over 100 years ago.
yeah, it must have been discovered long before that.
Are you?
Why?
People,
Wait,
yeah, the balloon.
Birds, SKYFLY. Birds figured
Birds
out
and
flying.
butterflies and bugs and flies.
Not
They're named
humans.
after flying.
If I lived like 20,000 years ago and I saw birds flying, I'd think, well, how can I do that? And then I was
Well, no, you wouldn't have.
work it out.
Why would
You
you
wouldn't
think
have been
that? You'd be
speaking
like, birds
English
have
back then.
feathers and
The first
different
time-
things.
The first
Then
time
you-
you flapped your arms and you didn't get liftoff, you go, not me.
No, but I would look at them, I look at the structure of them, and I'll say, okay, right, they've got hollow bones, they're light, and
How
I'm
do you, wait, how do you know they have hollow
20,000
bones?
years ago?
Yeah, 20,000 years ago. How do you know they have hollow
20,000
bones?
years ago, when you were more worried about what you were eating the next day.
No, no.
20,000 years ago, giants in the jungle dissecting birds
by.
and doing trigonometry on their skeletons, trying to build himself a flying machine from bamboo reeds.
With their
I
nuclear
didn't
power
know
plants.
Bamboo is
If that's the
Dude, if you could do it
the
20,000 years
standard-
ago, you could do it today. Just go out in the woods and find yourself a bird and do your math. And
If that's the standard of your thinking, Bri, you would be a prime candidate for a Darwin Award trying to replicate flight.
if he survives.
I've got nothing against Darwin. I'm pretty impressed.
Actually, it would be a Muppet Award. It wouldn't be a Darwin Award.
No, I know he didn't come directly from monkeys, but
Are you sharing us right now, Skyfly?
No, evolution has happened, and I can see it all around me in plants that I've got in my house today that were different like 10 years ago. I can
You
see
could build a
evolution.
better flying machine from the skeleton of a dodo bird.
Well, according to Pete Shea, the dodo never existed. It was
Skyfly Shay.
Pete Shea.
Skyfly Shay.
Skyfly, can I ask you a question? I'm genuinely wondering.
I'm not talking to anyone now. I'm upset.
Can I ask you a question?
You sound
is flat Earth the only conspiracy theory that you don't believe in?
I don't believe in. Sorry, I don't believe in the flat Earth, and I don't believe in any other theories that have come out.
I don't believe you.
Wait. You don't, but yet you believe that we flew 20,000 years ago, and 300 years ago we had nuclear power.
Yeah.
And you say yeah with a straight face?
I believe that there's been a catalysm many times in the past, and I've seen it in the sediments.
But if that were the case,
Ryan,
where's the
how
evidence for
does
that?
the nuclear power plant function? Like, how does it use the nuclear to get the power?
That's not important.
It is important for
right.
20,000 years ago.
No, what's important is when the Earth goes through a catalysm, it happens. Obviously, I'm going to come out fully now. I believe that the sun is a binary system, so we have two suns technically. Now, I know we can only see one sun now, but every 25,000 years, the sun rotates around in its circle, and the other sun rotates with it. And like any other star, they're binary systems. And basically,
You're
what
not
happens?
saying it right.
You have the Great Year. It's called
You're
the
not
Great.
saying
What
it
the
right.
fuck are you talking about?
It's called the Great
It's a
Year.
theory that
What the fuck are you talking about?
it's a theory that astronomers have that most stars are binary stars. So that means all stars in the universe
Well, it's not
are
a
actually
theory.
orbiting another star, and that's how
Our sun
they're.
is called-
Yeah, I know,
their
but
orbits.
I mean, most systems are binary systems.
Yeah, and our
So
sun.
we're kind of in a sort of rarity that our sun
But it takes
is
so
not.
long that nobody knows about it.
No.
It's that it's so far away.
25,000 years. That's I think that the place that you got that from is the precession of the Earth. Perhaps.
Yeah, it's because it changes 1 degree every 100 years, but it can only do that for 1 year. For 100
That
years. It
doesn't
couldn't
have
do
to
it
do
for
with the
200
sun.
years.
That has to do with the Earth moving, not the sun moving.
The progression of the solar
It's
system
the Earth in relation
with
to
the
where the
tilt of
sun
the
is.
Earth could not
If the
happen.
sun is orbiting another star, then the Earth is orbiting it with it, and it'd be very hard.
Oh
for
yeah,
us
yeah,
to-
I know that. Yeah, but it takes.
So where is the other
25,000
star? Sky,
Sorry?
where is it? Where's the other
It's
star?
How far
not in
away
our
is it?
solar system. It's in a different solar system, and it takes
Wait.
25,000
It'd
years.
be part of the same solar
The-
system. It wouldn't.
No,
be-
it's
the
a different
closest-
solar system.
No,
no. It would be part of the
Oh
same
my
solar
God.
system.
Well, you
Skyfly.
say that, but it's not. It's in a different solar.
That is the definition of
Jesus
what it
fucking
is.
That's why back in the 70s, that pop group came out with this is the age of the Angel Aquarius.
Obviously, always pop
Oh,
records.
yeah, well, it must be true then, yeah.
But that actually doesn't
What
happen
the
to the year
fuck
The,
is
I bet you the
2025.
album cover had a glass of orange juice
The
on it.
Age of Aquarius doesn't happen to the year 2025.
But did the album cover have a glass of orange juice on it?
Skyfly, can you give me the number of your dealer?
It's 666.
Seriously.
Anyway, I just wanted to go off on a tangent to make it more exciting for the viewers.
Tangent. Now,
I
that's
feel
a
like
good word.
I've just kind of witnessed Meg Ryan having an orgasm. I'm like,
Oh, that's really fun.
can I?
I am so
Can I-
I'm
confused
just
right now.
hoping that
I have so
Does
many
Does
questions.
anybody know the tangent of a rectangle?
1, 1, and
Nuclear
1. You
power.
mean that one?
Like, just tell me what the tangent of a rectangle is.
5.
Are you
That's
guessing?
3, isn't it?
100%.
This is a trick question.
I think so.
A tangent is a circle, so it's not got a tangent.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
So he
Uh,
is in his right mind.
I'm just having fun. I'm having fun, and I know that the flat Earth people will watch this, like Nathan Oakley and Anthony Riley,
You
and
wanna
they
know
will
why
pick
they
up
will?
on these points. They will pick up on these points that I talk about, and they will start twisting them and making up their own stories. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just having fun.
That's good because I changed the title of my show.
What do you call it?
The second part is SKYFLY theory.
Were you having fun when you said you were disappointed that Philip Schofield was a bender?
Yeah, I'm very disappointed.
Now we're gonna go down the now we're gonna go
I
down the
had
list and
much
see what
respect
was
for
real and what was play part of it.
And that's why Willie Hollaby's husband is not upset because
Who?
now he knows he never shagged her because
I
he's a
don't know
gay.
that. I have no idea who those people are.
Oh,
Some
it's
Australian soap
British
opera.
It's just, I mean, it's very, very minor news, but a TV presenter in the UK had just outed himself as being gay.
He's 57.
Jesus
Right,
Christ!
well-
Yeah,
Here
why
in
do we
America,
care?
that is that's old
Well,
shit. Like we don't care
I
anymore.
don't get this thing about, oh, I'm going to come out and tell everyone I like butt fucking. I mean,
I think
But yeah, it doesn't really.
most people just don't feel I need to announce that if they enjoy that.
Hang on.
Well,
Hang on.
well,
For some reason,
Wait,
homosexuals are
wait,
like, I must tell the world. I
Yeah,
must
I've been
tell
married for
everyone.
Hang on, but
27
channel.
years. I
Hang
have
on,
a
channel.
wife
You
and
gotta
2 young
understand
daughters.
something.
But
Oh, I
like,
love
they're the only
Skyfly.
ones you ever thought
Hang
about.
on,
What?
Skyfly. Hang on, channel.
Sorry.
You understand that gay does not just mean fucking dudes in the ass, right? You understand that.
That's what he means.
Well,
That's
if
what
it's
he
a,
means.
if it's a
That's what it
dude
means.
coming out, it does. So I
But if
mean,
it's
I
a-
feel like
but
I'm
it's
safe
not.
here. He said a dude came out, said he was gay.
Okay,
So I'm
but
safe.
you said I don't know why they feel the need to tell people that they're getting fucked or they like fucking people in the ass.
Well, isn't that what gay is?
No. I mean,
Q,
yes,
I think it's
but no.
That's the difference between gay and you, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Okay,
I'm
so
just saying women.
why
can
do we
be
have to
gay.
announce
I'm
it?
just saying women can be gay too.
Most women.
You
most
don't have to
men-
announce it. You just be walking around kissing a man, and everybody will just assume that everything is as it is.
I said he
You don't need announcements for this shit anymore. Calm down, dude. Okay.
When
I do.
Bahamas.
When I stay
means-
over at
that
Sean's
means-
house, I mean, we don't
Live your
do
lives.
anything.
John, that is a secret. I'm not ready yet.
Sean, maybe you're too short to see the willy when you're standing up next to other men. I was being nasty there, wasn't I?
Oh boy, Brian.
I wanted to stop you because you were talking
You better
too
go
much.
get a mop, Brian. You better get a mop. Maybe a bucket.
I'm only joking. Don't worry, mate. I'm just having fun. Anyway, moving on. The earth is not flat. The earth is not flat.
Can we go back to the butt fucking part? I'm sorry, I missed out on some of that conversation.
My name is Philip Schofield, and I like to take it up the.
Ooh.
So that's basically what I'm saying, dude. Why does this require a speech, dude?
It's like Freddie Mercury. I respect him. I listened to Queen when I was a kid.
I mean,
And I
the way I
accept
see
that.
it, Q, is it would make no difference if SKYFLY admitted it right now or not.
I'm not gay myself. No, I found out
See,
Freddie
hey,
Mercury's
you don't
gay,
have
but
to. You don't have to admit it,
He-
SKYFLY. Don't worry
I'm
about
not
it.
gay.
He just
I know.
No.
Yeah,
protests
You
too
don't have to
much,
admit
methinks.
it.
But if I met you, Sean, I would fuck you up the ass just for the fun of it.
I don't know if that'd be fun, SKYFLY.
Definitely need a bucket now.
I don't take care of myself. I have AIDS. I have everything. Everything
Oh,
you
that's
can think of that would make you not want to fuck me in my ass is what I got.
I wouldn't do that. No.
SKYFLY, you just
Well,
said it.
I
you
got a
just said
good
it
thing,
again.
Sean, for that. You have teeth.
Hold on,
in
let's
there.
get back on track. Sorry, people.
What did you wait? What did you say, Q?
You have teeth in there.
Teeth? No, I don't. I'm sorry.
But that would help you a lot tonight.
Nah, I'm
you know.
good. I'm good. I don't want teeth.
I'm telling you, dude, it's an ancient nightmare.
I don't know what that means. And I don't care what you do in your spare time. But
I've
I'm
seen
good
those
on
movies.
teeth.
Never
in that
mind, you don't
area.
get it.
I just say I don't want to get it. I'm trying
It's my
not to
goddamn
get it.
high IQ.
The
It's my high
issue
IQ
that I
getting in the way
have,
again.
guys,
Yeah, that's what it is.
the issue that I have, why I brought it up. You said it right at the start, SKYFLY, that you're kind of disappointed that Philip Schofield has turned out
Who
to be
is
a bender
Philip
in your words,
Schofield?
and you just said as well that
Hang
you're
on.
disappointed when
Foreign
it
people.
turns out that Freddie Mercury was gay.
Foreign people.
What the fuck does it mean?
John, you are the foreign people I speak of. I don't know who this Bender dude is. So when you speak of
Well,
this,
it doesn't matter.
Just
okay,
pretend
then
he's talking about Boot Grig. Because
Okay.
Boot Grig
It
came
doesn't
out
matter.
and
Okay,
people are
okay.
mad.
Anyway,
Who
my
they are.
point earlier about the fact that we were more advanced years ago, and there was a cataclysm, and then people obviously had to survive
Oh,
in
okay.
caves and
So
stuff.
SKYFLY,
You know,
with that theory,
we know about
but
elements.
here's
We know about
the thing.
elements.
But here's the thing, SKYFLY. With that theory, nuclear power would be the least of the technology scale that they were on.
Yeah, so that's why it's forgotten for a long time.
But we're talking about nuclear shit.
All that stuff.
But they
They
couldn't
had
have.
they had jets. They had jets that
But
could
put it this
fly.
way, SKYFLY.
Um,
In 1,000 years, we will be able to dig down into the earth and find out areas in which they did nuclear testing. We don't ever find those places anywhere.
In 1,000 years, the Earth will not be here.
Huh?
According to Stephen Hawking.
Oh, did he
He's hanging all over the map.
Did he tell you that yesterday?
No, he died a year or so ago.
Yeah, I know, SKYFLY.
All over the map, dude.
No, there's a famous quote by sort of nuclear protesters, which is that if Julius Caesar had invented nuclear power, we would still be dealing with it today. So if they had actually had nuclear power,
we would have to know where they buried their waste.
Wouldn't have buried it, Sean. That's the thing. They would have like rubbed it on their faces and shit.
Really. I think you know what I think they did. They shot it into the sun.
Would have been like, oh, what should we do with this gooey green shit? Let's feed it to our babies.
Imagine they had a more advanced nuclear power that was far greater, and there was no waste.
Nuclear power,
and there was no waste. So
what would be a more advanced nuclear power?
Well, I don't know because I'm not a physician, but I can tell you that there are greater things to come.
You're not a physician.
Good thing. Good thing.
Yeah, damn right.
Thank fuck for that.
No, there are greater things that's happened in the past, and they've been forgotten. Definitely, it's true. Look at the buildings that
has nothing to do with the claim of nuclear power. 300 years ago.
I was trying to sway it off that line.
Trying to make us think that the pyramids are nuclear power plants.
I don't have any what's it called? Tangible evidence like Dowd asked for. I can't provide you with tangible evidence, so I want to get off that conversation and go to something else.
Like what?
Anything you like, mate. Let's not talk about
that.
You want to talk about?
As long as we don't stop stomping on your bullshit.
Let's talk about Q. Q, why have you been away for so long?
Hey, Q. We don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but where the fuck you been?
Well, I don't want to self-promote, but I think I'm going to release a video.
Oh, brilliant. I'm
I've
looking
actually
forward to
made
that.
3 videos, but...
Wow, that'd be great.
Wait, you haven't been around in a while, Q. You didn't sign the advertisement release form that I have. I'm gonna have to sue you now.
What do you mean?
Well, see, you just did a 10-second spot for your creation.
I think I might, but I don't know because I should.
Okay,
I should,
well,
but
well,
I gotta warn you.
Well, as my own legal team, I would like you to inform you not to say whether you will or will not, and just keep it under speculation. Therefore, you're not advertising; you're speculating.
Yeah, okay. Also, I don't. You know, like they're.
I think I need to fire my. I think I need to fire my attorneys. I just talked to them about what they said to you, and I don't agree with it. It's kind of like saying,
I'll have you know I happen to have 534 some shit subs, dude. So learn to count.
Q, don't please come out and say you discovered the Feynman below the ground.
What was your sub count 300 years ago, Q? Could it have been 10,000?
I don't know. It could have been like millions back
Could have
then,
been.
dude. I mean, how many people would have had YouTube accounts back then?
Yeah.
Q, I think you're going to get more subscribers. People in the chat are saying I've missed you now. So that's great.
But those are all people that are already subbed to her. Because that's
well,
they missed her. They know her.
Well, anyways, I've made these videos. They're terrible. I don't take any responsibility.
You'd be like, I don't know who you are,
Q.
Don't
take any responsibility for any of this.
Those are the things that she wants to hear, Skyfly.
I don't care about people subbing to me.
Everybody subbed to Channel Q. Even though, like,
I already subbed to me.
That's what I mean. Skyfly.
Let's get back on track and go with Sean G's theory that advancements only happen over time.
What?
And they don't get.
Wait, time out.
This is your theory.
Stop.
Your theory is
my theory.
No, advancements only happen over
wormholes
time.
are my theory. No, Skyfly, wormholes are my theory. I don't have any theories on nuclear power 300 years ago.
That's what I said. But your theory is advancements happen, and that's it. And then they continue after that and get better. But my proposition is advancements happen, they get great, and then something happens that destroys everything, and they're lost. And then it takes a long time for them to come back.
But they would have to. Here's the problem: the evidence that we see shows that over time, our knowledge and our technology has gotten better. Nothing shows us that possibly our technology was better before.
I just want to agree with Brian and say, yes, Brian, probably, but you're thinking more like we did, like the plan would have to go all the way through primordial soup, so all evidence was lost.
I've experienced.
All it really needs is a new ice age, really.
Yeah, an ice age.
No,
well, we have
because an ice age wouldn't destroy like stone vaults of nuclear waste.
This? I got a question for you, Q. And I was listening to a conversation over at Jim's earlier, and they were talking about, and again, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in a global flood. But this popped in my brain. You ready? What if
there was a flood?
What if there was a flood?
Jerusalem moves 5 degrees north by northwest.
But listen, all it had to have happened is it had to have happened before an ice age. Because once the ice age happened and all the glaciers receded and all that stuff, it literally would have recarved out the Earth or the land on Earth, So let's just say there was a global flood, but if it was before an ice age, before a melt, or right after a melt, maybe it was because of the melt. I mean,
that's how it works.
So there could have been a global flood.
You still have ice sheets in what's that place called? Greenland and stuff like that, and they're receding, and they're carving out new mountains as they recede or move down.
Glaciers slide along the land. That's what.
And the fact is that when they drilled cores into the Antarctica, which is covered in ice, it's like 2 miles high.
Are glaciers subject to Coriolis?
No.
They found fossils and stuff there. They found what's it called? Stuff that comes from trees. What do you call it?
Sap?
Organic matter.
Wood.
Sap.
Well, yes, sap wood, but remnants of plant life.
Organic
Carbon?
matter.
Organic, yeah. And
Carbon.
said-
in fact, there's rocks. There's 3 types of rocks. You've got
Yeah, but here's
The,
also another
sediment
problem,
rocks.
Skyfly. They also know after a
Sorry?
certain amount of time, they also know that at a certain amount of time, that the Earth rejuvenates its sediments. So there are situations where there were events that happened that we know we'll never be able to register. We'll never be able to see it, measure it, study it, or have any evidence of it due to the fact that it's just gone forever. Especially when it comes to glaciers sliding along the Earth. Everything that's under those glaciers that happened before those glaciers were there is gone forever.
I can't remember the name of them. I can't think of the word. There's 3 types of rock, and it's sediment rocks. We have them here still now in the Grand Canyon. That's all sediment rock. You have the other rock, and the other one I can't think of the name of.
Sand rock.
What's it called?
Sand rock.
I need to Google it because I can't remember the name.
Sand rock.
It's called sandstone.
Yeah.
Limestone.
What's it called? It's called
Limestone.
Everyone just told you.
no, but
No, for real though.
I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to be quiet for a second while I go and
I'll
search.
make a list of stone for you.
Sean,
I
have you heard of the Epic of Gilgamesh?
I've heard of it, but I have no clue what it is.
It's the same story as Jesus, but it happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Heard of
Oh,
it.
I
Never
can
heard
highly
of it.
recommend Digital Hammurabi then.
But it's a bit ancient. It's like, I don't know, 1,000 or 2,000 BC or something.
It's not
But
the story
there is an account of a flood in the Epic of Gilgamesh, and
But
it's reckoned that it's sort of like post glaciation.
Yeah, but there's also but here's the thing. There's all what would have been at the time would have been no possible way at all for anyone to have known it to have been a global flood. So a local flood could have seemed like it. No, couldn't have.
Yeah,
If they were being ruled
that's
over
the
by
point.
superior alien beings who told them that they were flooding the whole world.
That's the point. There's no such thing as a global
they would
flood.
be able to see around the world and then verify it.
Well, giants couldn't just see around the world, but they could definitely see further than you, Shorty.
Well, it's kind of the same. It's the same.
Never mind.
It's the same. The same thing that you can say. I live on a flat Earth because it appears flat within my locality. That doesn't mean the whole fucking Earth is flat.
Yourself
John,
like that?
John,
But
you don't
but
live
the
on a flat Earth.
yeah.
John, you don't live on a flat Earth though.
I've just Googled it.
You know what would be funny? You know what would be funny if Barney came in here?
What my no.
I heard he was around, John.
My
point is,
John, my point is,
I heard he was around, John.
If I could just
metaphoric
if I could just make my point.
I don't think that's going to be right either, Brian.
In the Epic of Gilgamesh, there would what appears to have been documented was the increased water level in the Black Sea, and it appeared to the people who lived there like it was some kind of catastrophic thing that was maybe occurring throughout the whole Earth. But of course, it was only happening for them, but it was recorded as some kind of worldwide phenomenon, which it wasn't.
The aliens took photographs.
I've actually flown from the tap of Cairo to the Valley of the Kings, I think it was.
In the Bible, they turn the alien photographs into a
Cairo,
dove with an
and you
olive branch.
can see that the land is formed by water moving over the mountains. You can physically see it. Even the Black Sea's been formed by that fact that the water's come in there.
Barney's here. I'm going to have to fucking agree with him again.
Even the Grand Canyon, you can see that that's been carved out by water.
You can't, Brian. You can't see that.
Anyway, let's go back to the
Grand
nuclear
Canyon
stuff. That's exciting.
was made with a bulldozer. Like a giant jackhammer, and then a bulldozer pushed everything away.
Maybe it was giant cyclops that made the
It
Earth.
filled up with water because there was a hole there.
There was definitely giants.
I bet you, Brian. I bet you there were giants.
Oh, Q's on my side. That's really cool.
Why wouldn't there be giants?
No, but if you have more oxygen, okay, insects breathe through their skin so they can get bigger. So you could have like what they call dragonflies that could be the size of like 6 foot tall, 6 foot long.
Giants don't have exoskeletons.
Mammals, they don't breathe through their skin; they breathe through the lungs. So they would take years to evolve and change their size. But insects can change very quickly. Like plants, you know, you can.
The thing about giants,
plant.
are very healthy.
Yeah, plants you can change very quickly. Mammals and fish is different. It takes a long time.
Fish stay the same forever.
It's hard to tell when you're joking and when you're being serious, Skyfly. I mean, are you? Is he always joking?
No, I'm just here for fun. I'm here for fun, but I'm also serious at the same time. And Q understands me, and that's why she
I feel like giants are a complete possibility. Giants.
At least I'm not saying the Earth is flat and there's no gravity, and the sun and the moon is only 3,000 foot away. Who did that? Oh, John. I knew he was bad.
The fuck? I'll come down there, Sean. I'll come down there, and I won't be taking any Vaseline with me.
Okay, but wait.
You do it to yourself. You do it to yourself.
But wait. I don't know what the hell's going on, dude. It's gross. But here's a question. That it's not my style.
It's Philip Schofield.
Yeah, but one thing first.
That's not for you to decide, Sean.
You should go on Dow's show Beyond the Imaginary Curve, and he would say, "Hello, Sean. Do you have hairy ball sacks? I want to sack your hairy ball sacks."
That's his favorite.
No one does. He's a fucking complete moron.
I can understand him. I understand.
Oh, sort of. Yeah, sort of. Anyway, let's move on. Right.
I got a question for everyone. I have a question for everyone.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
My
carry
bad,
on,
everyone
Q.
in YouTube.
Who could tell me
Nothing
the
important
tangent
was
of a
said by
rectangle?
me.
Q was talking. Sorry.
You say that? Wait. Trick question.
Who can tell me the tangent of a rectangle?
Trick question.
A rectangle.
Oh God.
45.
Test for
45.
No one's listening.
Going away from logic.
No one's listening to me. No one's listening to me at all.
It's 45.
I had myself muted in YouTube. Trust me, I had said nothing of importance. Nothing. Wait, I did say one thing of importance. I said that Skyfly and Channel Q were on the same substance. And then when you heard John start cursing for no reason, it was because earlier he had
Fuck off.
Sean, you're too small to see it, mate.
Somebody got really
You're
angry.
not looking above your eyes.
Now, see, I got a ladder
I heard somebody.
built on me, Skyfly, that helps.
I know
me
you got a
elevate.
big bulldozer, and you're probably much
Yeah.
higher than most people who don't smoke pot.
Exactly. I'm very high.
You're very high, yeah.
Yep.
and you can look down and you can put that
Mhm.
claw into the ground. And you can dig out
No,
like
they're
4 meters of dirt in that
called
bucket.
it's called a ripper, and it's called a blade. It's not a bucket.
That's
Oh,
how
you
the
got a
Grand
blade.
Canyon was made.
No, the Grand Canyon was made by the flood.
Jesus,
Was
yes,
made
well,
with the river.
that actually is true. The Grand Canyon was started by a flood. Yes.
No, it's made by the flood.
No, started.
It happened in a few days as well. It
No,
only took a few days.
No. What we have
Yes,
today did not take a few days. How do we know that? Because we have watched it become deeper. And so therefore we can
I
do
didn't
that.
say it didn't get deeper over the years. I didn't say that.
No, yes, you did.
No, the original Grand Canyon, which was shallower, was made in a few days due to the flood.
Started.
All that ice water that was frozen
Grand
to the
Canyon,
north there in Canada.
The Grand Canyon,
and then
as we
through.
know it today, was created over thousands of years.
No, it was a few days.
Jesus Christ,
That's the question
Skyfly.
now.
No, it wasn't. Yes.
Are you worried about the volcano?
Yes, very. Which one?
Tall. It's erupting as we sit here and argue about giants.
Which one?
Tall.
Which one? Tall who?
That's the name of it.
Where?
TAAL.
What country, Q? We don't know.
Oh, it's tall. TAAL. It's near to Puerto Rico, actually.
Rayman, can you please let us know which volcano? Where? Don't say tall again.
Gotta learn about
That's a good point, actually. A volcano can erupt, and there's complete mayhem within a few days. Would it take thousands of years? No, it would take days.
Okay.
Changes happen very quickly.
Did you just compare a nuclear fallout to the Grand Canyon?
If you want me to, yeah.
No, we just did already.
That's cool. That's even better.
No, you said
actually right. Love this.
You guys don't even know about this volcano going off?
Oh no, I didn't.
I've seen it.
And for the record, it's TAAL, not TALL.
That's what I said.
No, you said TAL.
I said TAAL. Rewind it then and make sure that you're correcting me correctly because you could be foolish. You could be being foolish because I know how to spell it. I know how to spell it.
Possibly do, but guess what? Oh well.
It's like this new coronavirus.
Hang on.
The new coronavirus.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
That will stop in the next week.
You can't talk about the coronavirus. I wouldn't do it if I were you.
No, I don't want to
get taken down.
I
will say only thing I will say about the coronavirus is that it is funny as fuck that the dude that outed the government that it was going on.
Oh, back in December, yeah.
From that virus. And even this dude twittered in China, basically.
It was 34 as well.
That made him sign the paper saying it didn't happen, that what he was doing was a joke or was out of line or something like that. It was utter bullshit.
Oh, they're banning people coming from China to the UK. In the next 2 days, they'll
guess what? Hey guys, guess what?
You guys are talking about it.
We just got 2 flights in from China of people with it. Guess where? 10 miles from my house.
Wow!
I swear to fucking God, they just
get your bulldozer around in the hole.
Miramar Air Base. They just flew in 2 flights of I believe there's 400. I don't want to say that many. I think it may be.
If we're talking about it, This is the thing that's going on in China. Is everybody in China where they are?
Now I'm going to get taken down. Just so you guys know now.
They have to submit their body temperature like every 2 or 3 hours.
But you know what, guys? I mean, the one thing that everyone's missing is the pneumonia, viral pneumonia is really quite a spiritual experience.
What did you just say, John?
Okay.
Wait. I gotta ask a question. Has everyone on my panel taken a drug before they came here? You don't have to answer yes.
I haven't smoked any pot since 1992, Sean.
It still lasts?
Not today, Sean.
Okay, I just wanted to make
What,
sure.
no, what I just said was that pneumonia is quite a spiritual experience, and I mean that.
I don't
I've had
believe that.
pneumonia. I almost died,
It's getting that
and
from the song "Comfortably Numb."
Yeah,
it's
so
pretty
far
crazy.
2% have died, 4% have been cured, and 96% still have it. So it's still
I think it's
it's
I think
open
it's in the range of
and it will
500
spread.
people. I think 500 people have died so far, mostly
Yeah,
in
which is
China.
2%
Do you
of
believe this? Do you
20,000.
believe these things that you were reading? These are the
I think
truth of
I believe a
the matter.
lot more people have died.
I'll post a link
Well,
to it
some
to
people
the
think this is all just
statistics on
a way to
your
cover up a mass
Discord.
execution.
Where is it? I've lost it. There it is.
I mean, on some of these more conspiratorial channels.
My question is why they brought him here. And here's the funny part. Okay, so here in San Diego, that's where Miramar is. That's
Are
where
they American citizens?
No, they're from China.
But are they Americans?
No, they are Chinese citizens brought to Miramar Air Base to be in quarantine.
There are people.
Maybe
like,
they caught him at the airport.
No,
I was
they
reading,
flew them purposely from China here to the military base to be quarantined.
I was reading the
Literally.
comments on a thread about that doctor dying, and everybody was saying it was reminding them of this game called Plague Inc. I counted like 40 comments that said that, so I think that's pretty weird.
There you go, Sean.
What's weird is why they flew them here.
A live map of the virus
hang on.
spread.
So before I forget, here's what's crazy. Okay, so a certain amount of them went to Miramar Air Base, and I think a father and his son went to Children's Hospital, and then a few dozen other ones went to this hostel place. This place where that has hostels. Here's the crazy part. They had pre-built isolation tanks or isolation rooms for the Ebola virus that they have people in right now.
Oh, in Africa, yeah.
No, here in San Diego at a hostel. On the report,
Oh,
the guy says they're in this isolation room not because they are contagious, but because they needed the room. And I went, bullshit.
This is why I came onto your channel originally, Sean, because you posted the link about the volcanic, not volcanic, what's the word? Nuclear stuff under the concrete. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, that's been there for years. It's not going to cause anyone any problems in the near future.
Oh, it's causing
then
problems
you got this
now.
virus. You got this virus thing that's going on. That we can't talk about because it's obviously subject to controversy. But the fact is, that little
wait, there's no controversy. That is a virus going around that's killing a lot of Chinese people.
I think if you're Chinese, you're not allowed to talk about it.
They are flying their fuck that, man. They are flying them fuckers here into my city. They are 10. Like I said, I swear to God, I swear to everything. 10 miles from me.
Are they going to use those
people they have flown in from China that have the coronavirus. 10 miles from my house right now.
Are they going to use those people to make a vaccine?
I don't know. I know they're 10 miles from me.
Something about them.
I also know it's an airborne virus. And I know 10 miles ain't shit for an airborne virus.
Yes, it is.
Well, are you going to?
But I thought we issued a travel ban from China.
Hey, John, I just want to say this now. Barney said he can't come on the mic because he's with his family and they're all sleeping around him. But you better hope he doesn't decide to get up to go for a walk and jump back on here. You say something that will make you agree with him.
Gay wants to know if we know how many people died of the flu last year. And I am going to guess that it was like 200 people. And but I say in America, I don't know what you mean. Like where?
No.
Like where? In the whole world died of the flu or just in America?
Thousands of people die from the flu every year.
I don't think not in America.
Yes. 2019, 2020 flu season. Deaths 12,000 to 30,000 a year.
I just read it's
You said
10,000.
specifically last year how many people died of the flu, and I don't know.
2019 was 10,000.
Means over the whole world or what?
And 180 people have been hospitalized during the 2019-2020 flu season.
That's the big problem right there. Is like if you have the flu, why are you going to the hospital or the doctors? You have the flu, you stay home, and you don't give anybody else the flu. Then
that was the first post I read. It may not be correct. I think it says 1,300 people.
Yeah,
died.
right. So it says U.S. fuel still evaluated but dropping. Deaths as high as 57,000. This is a report from 2019.
About 23,000 per year since 1999. That was the peak. Was in 99.
I wonder how many people are flat earthers that died from.
Sean, somebody's complaining that your mic is not equal in volume to other people's.
Is mine louder? Oh,
It's quieter.
It sounds loud on here, but it might be quieter
okay.
on the
It's
watch.
just-
I'm not
yeah,
watching
yeah.
them.
No, I just switched it up on YouTube. So on YouTube, you guys sound quieter than.
That's because we're more important.
Yeah,
No,
that's
Brian,
definitely
you're not.
We have more to say that's important.
No, Sean.
I enjoy your shows. Thank you,
important
Sean.
and is
I
always
really
right.
enjoy yours.
I'm always right. I just give you guys the opportunity to think you're right for a short period of time before I dissolve that right.
You're welcome,
I
Sean.
remember one time that
you're
you weren't
welcome,
right, Sean.
When?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
when
was
you
by
see
letting
a
John
flat
Watson
earther.
on the show.
No, even when I was a flat earther, I was still right. You want me to explain why?
Because you were
Yeah.
stupid.
No, because I said so.
See, he wins.
Boom.
He butted
Can I
out.
get the number of your dealer, Sean?
Did
Well,
Travis
actually, what you
Because
want
Lewis
is
he's
the
mind
mine,
the
and if I ever have to go to
Yeah.
him and he doesn't have any, I would be pissed.
Sean, did Travis lose his mind the other day?
Which day? The day I saw him?
I don't know. I saw this video and then I was
Yes.
watching it. It was Travis, and then all of a sudden I thought it was Brenda.
Wait, what? Fuck you. What?
Travis is Brenda.
Because I was listening to the video, and then all of a sudden, like Travis started losing his mind, and he sounded like Brenda when she lost her
Ooh,
mind.
You're talking about on Jose's. Yes.
So yeah,
Travis
Oh,
had
yeah.
a Brenda. He had a Brenda meltdown. Yes.
He had a Brand
We've got to
okay.
we've got to say
hang
at this
on.
point
So,
that
Channel-
Travis
wait.
is
Channel.
the he has overtaken Red Pill philosophy for the biggest narcissist on YouTube Live.
Channel.
Dumb fuck of the year.
Yeah. Channel. You may not know this yet. Last Sunday, I went and met Travis.
No, I know. I
Oh,
saw.
we would have known that, Sean, have you not told us.
I know.
Dude,
How come both of you are still alive?
Huh?
Hey,
How
look,
come
I
both
saw
of you are still alive?
thumbnail.
John, I
watched
would
the
never
stream.
do that.
Listen,
He would.
don't talk.
No. Trust me, John.
I do know, Sean. I do know, Sean, because I'm sub to you, you know. So there's like this annoying thing your videos do where they come up in my feed, and then I see your thumbnail of you standing next to Travis, and I go, "Wow, they look like the black and white version of almost the same dude." And then I listen to the stream.
Yep. But
We knew you were watching, Q.
my favorite part about the whole trip.
No, you know I'm watching because you fucking spy on me, you creeps.
I know we're
You spy on us.
Oh, it's the other way around, and
No,
then
no, no.
I listen to you so that you have
the
to listen
record-
to yourselves while you're spying on
for
me.
for the record, Skyfly asked you a
That's how it
question
works.
that you flat Earth avoided.
Questions asked to me, so
He
maybe
said,
it was like,
Channel, not to put you on the spot, where'd you been? And then you brought up some upload that you're trying to freelance advertise on this stream, which is going to cost you $45.95
target.
Per minute.
per second.
Hey, I was given some grace.
What do I have to say where
Yeah, I like
was?
I like how gravity works. So it's per
Plus
second
VAT,
squared.
I left I left the other channel because it becomes too much of a fucking clown show, and I just get tired of it.
Yeah, good. Yay. Smarter than we are.
Q, I remember when you freaked out when you discovered the firmament and you thought it was under the ground.
I'm still right about that.
No, you're not, because the sun.
Oh, wait.
And
Phil
the moon.
Blacka.
Dude,
Travis was
I'd like
wearing
to
a
inform
NASA
you
shirt.
of the facts, Brian, that in fact the sun goes under the earth, doesn't it?
That's true, yeah, it's true, but it's not underneath your feet, is it?
So
It
the
may be
sun goes
underneath
under the firmament when we
maybe under
fucking
your
go
feet
around
when
and
you're
around.
in America and the sun goes down.
Brian, you can't convince me that I'm wrong because I won't.
No, you're not thinking the big picture, Q.
Okay.
I know you got upset with me when I pointed that out.
Don't point
But
out
I wasn't
that
trying
I'm
to
wrong.
make
I
you
get
feel
very
bad.
upset.
You were being really stupid and not thinking logically.
Oh, now I'm stupid on top of wrong. This
No,
is
I didn't say that.
negative
Wait,
energy.
Skyfly. You do know moments ago you told us that they had nuclear power.
I know.
300 years ago.
I get into trouble all the time. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you were being stupid, Brian.
Yes,
Stop
I
it.
agree.
And apparently 20,000 years ago, they were, what were they doing?
Working out flight.
Yeah, they were
I
flying.
had nuclear power, yeah.
Okay,
I had
now
CFD.
continue
Did you
on
not see the link I
your
posted
questioning
about
to
the
Channel Q.
nuclear fission reactor that existed thousands of years ago?
Yeah.
Actually,
No name.
think
I
about
don't
it.
believe anything you post anymore.
What about the sun?
Oh, that
You've
hurts.
got six. You've
so
got
check
6
this out.
different
A
names
buddy
on
of
6
mine-
different Discord servers.
A buddy of mine was digging like a few years
No.
ago, right? And guess what he found? He found a PlayStation 326. This shit is so unreal. Real people pop up as the holograms and fight in front of you. The blood splatters on you. Like when someone dies, they have to actually call a coroner to get them out of your house. It's crazy.
This is not a good gaming
Sean,
system at all.
can you mail me some
It's
of
from
that,
it's from the
that weed
past.
in your
1,000 years ago, they had this PlayStation.
Sure,
That's
you-
how advanced it got. That's why.
So
hey, that's how
800
we-
years,
that's how
800
we-
years
no,
before
two
the
thousand-
invention of
was
electricity.
in the ground and you
2000
found a
look,
copy of Rocky
2000
Balboa.
Listen, 2,000 years ago,
3004.
the way we all killed each other off was this PlayStation 300, whatever I said, because they were the holograms started killing the people that were using it.
Oh, because it was Gladiator 2, the VR
Yeah, it was
edition.
I think it's-
it was called as
there
I
real.
think it's a little bit
Problem
conspicuous, Sean, that
laser
you
beams.
can't remember the number, the edition of the PlayStation. You
That's
can't.
good.
You can't say
That's
it
because
again.
I'm stoned,
Yeah,
John.
exactly.
I'm
It-
stoned.
I'm
Oh.
telling you how this happened.
Oh, you're
It's
sounding like
because
Travis
they made
there.
a
You're sounding
specs
Travis.
error, and the holograms were actually laser beams.
I may sound like Travis, John, but you admitted something to us. Do I need to repeat what you admitted to the world? I'll take that as a no. John's a flat earther.
Who?
I
John
thought
Watson.
he was.
Yeah, he is. Oh no.
John Watson.
So Skyfly,
he's a twat.
Skyfly.
Isn't
The
Flat
John
Earthism
Watson-
just like this cover for the alt-right?
Well, John Watson, you're talking about Skyfly. He is an official flat earther, and not our John. This John is much smarter. Not that smart, but smarter.
This John Watson goes up against Barney.
And
It's a good point
loses
to have.
every
If he would have
time.
said 420, he would have remembered.
Yeah, I remember when it's 4:20. It's in an hour from now. Everyone just looked at their clock.
It's a minute from now, isn't it?
All
No,
I'm
my
going to
clock,
say
it
is
just said- my clock says
John-
4:20 my clock says 3:20 as we speak.
It
So
should
look,
say 3:19 actually. I think your clock's fast.
so look,
No, it
Sean,
should
I
say
made a video
320.
to explain what I mean by white boys.
3:20 now. Sorry, 3:20 now. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Brian,
Would you
stop
wanna
being
shi-
stupid, alright?
Do you want to share the link in the chat?
Didn't post it yet. It's fucking long, dude. It's
Sean,
gonna take all
what
night
did you
maybe
do
to
to
post. There's 3 of
Skyfly?
them.
How come he's all dumb today?
I didn't do anything to Skyfly. Skyfly smokes his own stuff.
I
No,
come
he's
here
been
to annoy
watching
you.
too much. He's been watching too much Dim Dim.
What's that?
Oh, Dim
Fuck is Dim Dim?
Dim's
It's Super Rats.
He's still around?
Yeah, it's called
There
himself
you
the
go.
Book of the Sun
Skyfly.
now.
The last time I've heard his voice was when he was creating that stupid map.
Oh,
Yeah.
his 90 maps of flat Earth.
No,
I don't know.
The
Davros.
sun.
Davros. I've been around since Subros started on those maps.
Yeah, I know. And he's created the actual book called the Book of the Sun.
Yeah, I
Where's
don't
Wally
know.
got a copy of it?
I don't know anything about that. I don't
From
listen to him.
Simon Dan. From Simon Dan.
No, he got it directly from Super App.
No,
I
we got it
realized,
from-
look, put it this way, I realized something real quick. I was a really bad flat earther. I didn't watch very many flat earthers. I knew a group. I knew like a community, but like watching, I barely watch fucking videos everyone uploads.
Here's the interesting thing. I think it was 2002, 2003. There was approximately 3,500.
Did I just really yawn into my microphone? I am such a dick.
Yeah, you did.
That was a
You are
dick
a dick.
fucking move. My bad. I had to calm myself on it.
3,500 people in the Flat Earth Society.
No, there's not.
2003, did he say?
There's not.
Yeah, around 2002,
There's not.
2003.
There's
No,
not
it,
that many.
it's not. It was
There's not.
2004.
I've been researching this shit. Fuck's sake.
Hey,
Listen,
I was one, you
when
fucking
the last
asshole.
president
There are
of the
zero,
Flat
No,
Earth
but the
Society
Flat
zero
died.
flat
Society
earthers.
is a lark.
Flat Earth does not exist. There are zero of them.
Yeah, no, listen.
The Flat Earth Society is a LARP.
Wait. I tell you flat Earth doesn't exist, and there are zero flat earthers. Now you're going to tell me what some studies say. Go ahead.
There was a guy called Thomas Dolby who was the first person of the Flat Earth Society on YouTube. He was doing hits back in the 80s, so that could be credible information. But in reality, the Flat Earth didn't really start until 2014.
It didn't start.
Yeah, I think
What?
Davros should be allowed
This
to
conversation
finish what
is
he's trying to say.
insane. You guys are talking about unicorn farts right now.
Yeah, you
I'm
know
just
what's
trying
funny
to-
about it all? Is that neither one of them realized that there is no flat earthers.
Zero.
There are none.
One.
Yeah, I'm
Glad
talking
you can
about
finally agree with me.
2003.
There has
Even back
never,
then, there wasn't a flat earther.
ever been
I
a
didn't
flat
get to
earther.
finish what I was fucking
Nothing
saying
you're
to
saying
begin.
matters. There are zero.
I'm
There has never
trying to
been.
make an explanation.
Oh, okay, go
but
ahead.
I didn't get to finish the
I know.
explanation.
I cut you off.
You all went fucking flat earth.
No, you keep saying that. There
How
are
you
none.
gonna
You're not
explain
listening.
it? How
Go ahead and
could you
explain.
ever?
Go
When
ahead.
the
Explain
last-
go
when
ahead
the-
and explain unicorn farts. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'll explain the unicorn farts. When
Okay.
the last president of the Flat Earth Society died,
No, stop saying that. It's
there was
not true.
approximately no. This is where it gets bunked. Okay, 3,500 members. They're all scattered.
No.
They did.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Sean.
No, there are no flat earth. What's up, flat earth, John?
No, I'm talking about the Society of the Dumbest. want
See
me to
now
name
that
it
I
something else?
can agree with that statement, but the one previous to that, no,
Mm-mm.
can't agree with it.
Mm-mm.
Okay, the Society of the Dumbs.
They're not dumb.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
Stop
the
saying that.
Society
I
of the
wasn't
Inept.
dumb. You
You
guys
are.
are talking.
Society of the Inept.
I'm not dumb. The misinformed is a better word.
No, you were dumb.
No,
You
I was
then became
misinformed.
undumb.
We don't have
Yeah,
a time for the meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
No, we don't.
Right, let's get back to this thing. No one can explain to me plutonium and why it's so dangerous.
Great segue.
Have you
No
eaten
one
any
even knows.
plutonium lately?
I have, but I don't like talking about it. I'm not proud of it. Davros,
You probably have. You don't even know.
educate us on plutonium, please.
I give a lot of
How does
plutonium
that
to charity,
nuclear
but
power
I
plant
don't
work?
like to talk about it.
A kilo of plutonium is about the size of a golf ball.
Okay.
Okay, so think about a golf ball weighing a kilogram.
Okay.
That sounds like a very dense material.
Yes,
Yeah, well,
it is.
I think we've
but-
all lifted weights.
Yeah, but it's the fact that this material does not happen on Earth naturally.
You
Yeah, I know.
said that.
Yeah, so uranium was found in the Earth. It's actually the second most abundant element in the planet.
I don't know if it's
Yeah.
the second most, but go ahead.
Do you want the
Yeah.
video?
No.
It is.
No.
It's the second most. It is more abundant than silver.
At the moment, my Google is actually
Look,
broken.
just calm down with the adjectives, okay? There's no need to try to impress us.
No, that's just how he talks. That's not. He's not trying to impress.
This is
That's
it.
Davros. That's Davros.
Yeah.
Could you just
Yeah.
I will see you next Tuesday.
So this is what Davros does. Davros talks to you.
know where
like you should
plutonium comes from Pluto?
No, Davros talks to you like you should know what Davros is going to say to you.
But I
That's
already
right.
do know what he's going to say.
Plutonium was named after Pluto. Same as uranium was named after Uranus.
Was Pluto named after Pluto?
What?
Yeah, dude.
Pluto
Check
Moon
was,
rocks
was
and
named
shit.
after
Wait.
the god.
When was Pluto discovered?
When did Kepler die?
A long time
Like
ago.
1920s or 1930s.
Did you say Kepler died in 1920?
No, you were asking when Pluto was.
Right.
No,
everyone
he
did.
asked when Kepler said Q said when did Kepler die, and you're like
Well, I was
1920.
trying to answer the Pluto question. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
the Pluto question is 1930.
when was Disney started?
It's nothing to
Probably
do with the
1940.
Disney character Pluto.
Yeah,
There was
dude.
a little girl
Disney didn't start till
entered
after
the
we had this
competition
thing called Motion Picture
to
Night.
name the planet.
I'm just saying, if the dog Pluto was around before the planet Pluto, there probably is a connection.
There is.
Pluto
There is
was
not.
discovered in 1930, and the cartoon
John,
wasn't.
You think the Earth is flat?
Pluto is a Roman god
Okay,
that was adapted from the Greek god.
okay. Well, who's
whose
Pluto?
name I'm not going
Who
to
is
remember.
Pluto the dog named after?
It's just because that's a word.
Okay,
It's a
so
word.
You know, there's
It's
a-
just like
Probably-
Pluto.
There's an expression in,
Why wasn't the dog
in
named
Scottish and
Uranus?
Irish, Sean, and it goes a bit like
So
this.
that you wouldn't call
It's,
a dog Uranus, dude, because it's Uranus.
There's a the expression in Scottish and Irish is fuck knows and fuck cares. Yeah.
That's a good answer, I think.
I care. I want to know where the dog Pluto
You got it.
from
Look,
Disney
I don't
was.
understand why they don't just change Uranus's name so people
I
could
just checked the exact date. It was 18th of February, 1930. Correct, with 1930.
What was
Uh,
1930?
But when did Kepler die?
I
we
can
don't
look it
know
up.
when Kepler died. We asked a simple question: when did Kepler die? Not the 1920s, 1930s.
When did Kepler die?
Yes,
I
that's
hate
what we're
that.
asking you, SKYFLY.
Kepler.
Yes, Kepler.
I stop talking. I'm trying to talk about
His Google's broken.
Yeah, probably be a good idea to ask a question to Siri or Google. With your mic muted.
It was 1960.
1960 what?
Sorry, 1630. 15th of November.
The numbers jumping around on
Kepler
the
was
page.
300 years old.
Yeah, it was
Holy
16.
shit.
It was 15th of November. Well, that's his date of death. Yeah, that is. Yeah, 15th of November.
Now, what did Kepler have to do with this discussion?
You asked a question about when he died, so that's nothing to do with me.
Then why did you answer it?
Because I wanted to quickly type it in Google, but I had my voice still going, and I was talking to the computer.
Who
That's not
discovered
typing.
Pluto?
Yeah, that's what we.
No,
were
I
trying to
don't
figure
talk.
out.
I don't type. I don't bother typing. I just talk.
We hear you.
Who discovered Pluto?
Yeah, who discovered Pluto?
It was Dow from Beyond the Imaginary Curve.
No, he discovered his anus. We need to know who discovered Pluto,
Bell
the
discovered
planet.
It was
streaming,
Clyde
that's about it.
Tombaugh. Clyde Tombaugh discovered
Who discovered
Pluto.
Pluto, dude?
Yeah, who discovered Pluto?
Clyde
Said, hey,
Tombaugh.
look at that.
Gesundheit, John. We need to know who discovered Pluto.
Clyde
This is a
Tombaugh.
quiz. I get-
Gesundheit, John. Can you mute
What?
yourself when you sneeze?
The person who discovered
I
Pluto
can't figure out
was
which person's
Clyde
telling me the truth about
Tombaugh.
Plutos. There's so many stories about the Pluto dog and the planet in your chat box. I have no idea.
Pluto was discovered in 1930 by Clyde Tombaugh, astronomer.
No name.
Noticed
That is
that
complete
the orbits
bullshit.
of Neptune and Uranus were being affected by the gravity of an unknown object in the solar system. Clyde carefully studied images of the night sky. After a lot of hard work,
Okay.
he finally discovered Pluto.
Check this out. So, Pluto, the planet, was discovered in 1930, you said, right?
Yep.
Pluto, the dog, was created in 1930 by Walt Disney.
No, he wasn't. His name was Rover originally.
Okay, it says
He was
Pluto.
not created.
Also called
citation to that
Pluto
rover.
the Pup, is a cartoon dog created in 1930 at Walt Disney
Now look at his
Productions.
original
He is a
name
yellow,
and
orange
why they
color,
changed.
medium-sized, short-haired
His
dog
name
with
was
black
Rover.
ears. Unlike most Disney characters, Pluto is not anthropomorphic beyond some characteristics, such as facial expressions. He in Mickey's pet house. I don't
Sean,
see
you're reading,
anywhere.
You're not reading the right Whitaker page or where it's called.
I don't care. That is the
But it's
one
important.
I
His name
read.
was Rover, and the artist
Ooh,
changed it to
it says
Pluto to capitalize on
is
the planet.
Mickey Mouse's pet dog and closest companion, first appearing as a nameless bloodhound in the 1930s chain gang. Boom.
The 30s, okay, that's 10
Now
years.
keep reading, Gleam.
It says 30s, that's 10 years.
Yeah, keep
So it could be
reading, Gleam.
38.
No, first of all, no name.
No, keep
I
reading,
am
Gleam.
only going to read the subtitles in which I see the search engines. I am not going to go
Right,
into
keep
the article
reading there,
and
Gleam.
clarify what you want me to clarify. I think what I
because
read,
you know if you
I
keep reading,
think
it's gonna
what
actually
I
destroy
read
what you're
was
saying.
perfect and what I wanted to
no
express.
Trump. No Trump. It was not perfect.
You see,
No,
the
but
problem
Sean,
is, Sean, that you're reading from
Perfectly
Gleamopedia.
No, it says
You sound like a
Google.
flat earther, Sean.
It says
You're not
Google.
accepting
It
reality.
literally says Google.
No, that was Gleamopedia.
No, it says Google.
I'll give you
What?
the mythology of Pluto from a kiddie website.
Okay.
Wait, does it
It's
adhere
posted
to?
in the
Wait,
chat.
wait. Does it adhere to what I wanted to adhere to?
I
No.
don't care right now. 'cause it
I
all sounded
do
like a bunch of
care.
Well,
crap.
it says
Well, the
it
fact
says that
is-
no page with this name exists. So
It does not.
when you click on the link,
I see nothing in this link that says anything about a Rufus.
you're right because I said Rover, not Rufus.
His alias
Rover.
is Rover. He was never
No.
named. I'm looking at it
His
right now.
name-
It says alias. I'm going to share this with the world. Everyone needs to see this.
Expose
so
him.
his name was originally
Exposing-
Rover.
I'm
and they felt
exposing
that
the
that was
shit
too
out of you.
common a name.
No
They
name.
felt
You have
that
no
was too
idea what I'm
common a
about to do to
name.
you,
So they
man.
changed it to
I'm about to
Common.
expose you. You ready to be exposed?
do it.
I'm going to show you right
Go
now.
ahead, Gleam. I am not scared
My
of your
name is
citation
not
at all, Gleam.
clean. Look, information.
If you're gonna
Alias, look,
list
hey, look,
citations
alias,
to
look,
debunk
I am right
your
now.
assertion,
Information,
then you are-
look, information, aliases,
That's what happens
Rover,
when you don't cite
Pluto
your own
the
source,
Pup.
Tony.
Those are
Sean's
aliases,
a Mac.
but his name is
Sean's a MacArthur.
Pluto.
It's official. Sean's a
Boom.
MacArthur.
Look,
Sean G is a
Also called
MacArthur.
Pluto, also called Pluto the Pup, is a cartoon created in 1930s, Walt Disney Productions, blah, 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 blah. I read that stuff to show that I was right. Nothing says his name was Rovered originally. The only other source says that he had no name when he first started.
His original name was Rover.
His
Sorry.
original name was no name, and then his name was Pluto.
No,
Rover is an
his original
alias.
was Rover, and then the
Rover is an
let me try and read it.
alias.
Let me try and read it.
I'm reading
He
it.
was
Okay,
called
what's the
Rover
moon?
prior
The moon
to
type.
Show me where it says Rover. Show me.
Okay, I'll post it here. How do I do that? Let me just get a screen grab of that picture that I'm looking at now. and I posted it in the live stream.
I don't want to
Capture.
see it. I'm not going to. I'm not reading it.
No,
No.
of course you don't want to see it because
No.
you don't want to be wrong.
I'm
And
not
that's how
wrong.
sick
What do you mean I don't want to be wrong? I know I'm not wrong. I am correct.
You are wrong. You're wrong.
I'm right.
There it is.
What is Sean? What
There you
is
go,
Mac
Sean.
Earth?
There it is.
What
There
is-
it is. There.
What is Mac Earth, Sean?
Your
That's what I
curse.
want to know.
Your curse.
What is it?
That you're a flat
roll
earther.
over.
I like you, Sean, because you don't like to be wrong, but sometimes you are.
Wait. I wish I was
Hang
wrong.
on. It
I
happened.
wish I was
You are
wrong.
wrong.
It
I'm not
happened.
wrong.
Pluto also
Not wrong.
called Pluto the
Yeah.
Puppet's cartoon
Hang-
dog created.
It
by
happened.
Walt Disney.
Pluto the
Yellow,
dog did indeed
Pluto
appear in 1930, but
the
some Hollywood history sleuthing showed his original name was Rover, and he wasn't
Boo.
renamed Pluto until the cartoon Moose Hunt, which wasn't released until April 1931.
Bullshit.
April 19th.
Well done, Demonic Davros. You got it right, mate. Sean
Nope.
just wrong.
You guys
And now
are
he's got to
wrong.
get in the bulldozer
You
and dig
are
a hole.
you
wrong.
give
And
Davros
bury
the credit
himself.
when I was the one that first brought it up.
No, you
That
didn't.
hurt. That
And
hurt.
no.
Yeah, but
Nope.
I researched better than you, no name.
Yeah. Hey, no name. You just got censored. Don't you
I'm
ever try to
censored.
prove me wrong.
That's
Anyway,
my
let's
job.
move on to flat Earth. If
Doctor-
you're
hey,
Can
flat,
we move
hang
back
on.
to
But
Plutonian?
wait,
Doc-
guys,
hang on.
wait. I have
Hang
a
on.
question.
Dr.
There's one
Bob.
question.
Dr.
I
Bob.
have a serious
What
question.
is
Real
what
quick.
was Pluto's original name? Okay, go ahead. Q.
What? Can anybody tell me what the tangent of a rectangle is?
I'll let
45.
I already answered that question, so I'll let everyone else get to that one.
You can't remember the answer.
$1 million to
45.
anyone who gets that correct mathematical equation correct.
Hang on, you're talking about the tangent or the
It's a trick
hypotenuse.
I know.
Tangent, otherwise known as a hypotenuse. You asked.
What?
He doesn't know
The
what he's talking
tangent
about.
of a triangle is known as the hypotenuse.
See, Davros is wrong.
Doesn't know.
He doesn't understand.
So you have sine, cosine, and tangent, correct?
Do you think him and John are flat earthers? Like in hiding?
You're doing it to yourself.
No, I don't think that Rouse is a flat earther. He's too much self-respect.
No, that's called. It's not self-respect. it's overconfidence. I
No,
call it.
that
It's a
was-
Your
disease called. I
confidence
call
is
it
your
ego.
weakness.
It's called egoplasia.
I don't think so. I got a video coming out that's going to show you exactly what that looks like, and he doesn't
Davros,
look like that.
Davros isn't a white boy.
Oh, he might be. I don't know. You'll have
No,
to
no,
see. When you
He
watch
just
it.
appears to be. Like I appear to be one thing, but I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. He
Sucks,
sounds
dude.
white,
Stop
but he's
that
not.
shit.
Yes, I am,
He doesn't-
Davros.
Dude, he doesn't sound white.
Well, no, see, he keeps claiming he was sexy caramel, and then I had to
Wait,
I
just
am.
name that and call
Nobody
him
sounds
dark
good
caramel.
on this panel.
I'm
Ain't
sexy
nobody sound
caramel.
like no
That's for sure.
cracker up in here.
I like crackers.
Crackers are Americans.
No, crackers.
Anyway,
are
I don't have
crackers.
the chat window
White
open. So
Southerners, to be exact.
No, that's
yeah,
a
actually,
racial
whipped
slur.
crackers.
That's a
It was
racial
actually
slur.
I'll
whipped
take it.
crackers.
I'm white as a saltine cracker.
No, you're probably not.
hello
I
to the
know,
people
I'm
in the
not.
chat.
I'm
No, they
a
don't
little
call
bit
them
more
crackers
tan
because
than a
crackers are
salt.
white.
Crackers aren't white.
They don't call white people crackers because crackers are white.
That's
It's
what
I
I'm
not
know.
saying.
They call them crackers because they cracked whips.
You show me one
Black
person.
crackers.
Look, you see the background on that Pluto picture in this live stream text? Show me a person that white, because that's what white is.
What's his name
Powers,
locally?
Marilyn Manson.
No.
I'm
That's
pretty
makeup.
pale.
That's makeup.
Jessica from True Blood. I can't think of her real name. She was in Daredevil as well. The red.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's the sexy
Meg
redhead.
White.
Yeah. No.
But what
No.
really doesn't anything to
Meg
do with the
White
color of your
was so
skin.
pale that I had to find her this special makeup called Corpse White from.
Did you just say
damn it,
you
what's the name of
had
that?
to find someone makeup?
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
to
they
find
were so
Meg
pale,
White.
They needed
She's so
corpse
pale.
pale to be more
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah, she
Wait,
had to have a special foundation called
So
corpse
you buy makeup?
for my ex-wife. I did, yeah.
Oh, not for yourself though. You're not like
No,
Wow.
for his ex corpse.
Did she take your
Ex
balls
corpse.
too?
You're not gay, are you?
What
take-
now?
His ex corpse.
Did she take your balls too?
Well, I'm divorced, so no. I got him back in the divorce.
Are you sure? Because I've never heard any like
I'm pretty
tampon.
sure.
Look, tampons, co. Certain other products, co.
Oh,
Makeup?
Brenda's coming.
Hell no.
You've never bought makeup or perfume or something for your old lady?
Not makeup.
You know, I've just got to say
okay.
something about this particular subject. I'm Scottish, okay, and my natural complexion is pale blue, and if I get a
Brenda?
suntan, then I go to white. I think that's something you need to bear in mind.
Can you
So
understand
you had
now?
to get a suntan just to move up to white. I got it.
Why are there
Mhm.
645 people watching Jeranism?
Because they're
I don't
not
know.
here.
I just got kicked off.
I'm not one of them.
Okay. Q, go over to Jeranism and tell all of them to come here. ASAP.
I got
Oh,
booted
I'm
off
like-
Travis's
like-
stream in
No, it's
30
real.
seconds.
Clickbait the shit out of it too. Tell them I have a
Bad,
picture
man.
of flat
I
Earth.
haven't been able to post on Jeranism's channel
Okay,
like in a year.
someone in my chat, go over to Jeranism and clickbait the fuck out of them and tell them like I have like the map of the flat Earth on screen right now.
And some cool dudes as well.
I'm serious.
I'm worried about
On my
Any
way.
mod?
Anybody a mod on Jism's channel?
No, any flat Earth channel you can get to
Picture.
right now.
I
Put that in the
Picture of
chat.
the ice wall.
Put that in the chat
Anyone
right
got
now.
right?
Every
Anyone
Glober,
got right?
every
Flat Earth
Glober,
channel.
hang on guys, every Glober here right now in the chat, I want you to find a Flat Earth channel right now. Clickbait them into coming here now. Go now. Go forth all.
No.
I'm gonna give
Okay.
it to
No.
Vegan Warrior.
I tried.
Yeah, you only have to go and look at the people that are
I'm
chatting
not
in his
I'm not
channel
subbed any
to
fleur.
realise that the numbers that it's displaying is incorrect.
Well, I
He
just
has-
asked, look, all the trolls that like to troll that are listening right now, this would be just a wonderful troll. Everyone, just
Okay,
go.
I'll try it, but I think I'm banned already. I'll try it.
What's
Okay,
the
but
point?
I can't share my screen to prove it, so it sucks. But
I believe you.
I can do a screenshot. I'll type it in there.
Just clickbait it. It can just anything that would get people here. Just clickbait the fuck out of it. Just whatever.
Clickbait links because a lot of times people block links right away.
You don't even have to say go to Sean G's. He's showing this blah blah blah. My page is pretty easy to find.
Okay, Sean, I'm going there now. I'm typing in flat Earth, and I'm searching for live, and I'm clicking live.
Either okay,
and you
either
Brandon
one of
Wall-
two. Look,
Oh,
either
Interesting.
look. I can
It's
tell.
this
Look,
guy-
look. I'm
This
watching
guy,
right
Vegan
now.
Warrior, used to call himself Flat Earth Vegan Warrior, but now he's just called himself Vegan Warrior.
Yeah, because they keep
Vegan
taking his
Warrior.
channels down.
I can't see him in the list.
He's one of You've Been Exposed friends. Bro Sanchez's
He's not a
friends.
flat earther anymore.
He's a truther. He's a flat
He's
earther.
not
but
coming up in-
He won't say.
Oh, there he is. 616 people watching. Journalism, Friday Lounge, number 13, spaced out February 7th, 2020.
Are you
Yeah.
typing that or not? Or not typing it? Are you talking to
No,
us
I'm
or
searching.
your computer?
He's spamming your fucking
I just
infos, dude.
I just posted
What's
that
up?
you're showing a picture of the ice wall right
It's
now.
bullshit, dude.
There you go. I just put Sean G. He's got a flat Earth map with actual seasons working.
Did you put that?
I need to get my screen share going so I can quickly type something before it gets deleted. Let me copy and paste Jeranism. I'm going to type. Oh, there's lots of mods in there. I'll copy and paste Jeranism.
I can't type in
a
journalism.
G Hammer. Are you? You say you're busy rolling.
I think your
kind of
show
rolling.
is complete bollocks. I better not put bollocks because it will get blocked.
Somebody's dumbass subscribed. Anyway.
Nonsense.
It was like I just unsubscribed and subscribed again.
Sean G.
I hope it wasn't Maxwell. It better not have been you, Max. You should unsubscribe. I hate you.
Let me grab a screenshot of that before I post it, so I can post it in the Discord. I just press that button.
Hey, Skyfly, I have a question.
Oh my God.
Even when you're not on here, do you still talk, like mouth what you're doing, like just like audio?
No, I don't type. I just talk to my computer. I don't bother typing.
No, I just meant in general.
Yes.
Like when you're just walking around your
Talk to
house.
text.
I'm
Do you want to
getting
bet?
some coffee right
Who
now.
wants to bet that Planer Walk's still arguing with Slick?
Oh, I can't see where
Planner Walk is probably getting ran over by Slick right now. I like Planner Walk, but he's so timid.
Yeah.
He's so
right.
just
Go to Jeranism now. I'm about to post what I'm just
talk about a grown man.
Posted. There it is.
Just listening to Bob Nodell talking about somebody else's wife as if she's Cameron Diaz, and he would like to meet her. Dirty old man. I was listening to Jeranism.
Oh, geez.
I'd like to offer for the earlier when we were talking about giants that Bob Nodell is proof of giants.
This is a large human.
He's proof of cross-eyed giants.
48.
At least you have some type of evidence.
I mean,
it's pretty good. It's better than Karen B's Bigfoot evidence.
No, damn it. See, she makes it all crazy, but I think Bigfoot's possible. We'll find him. I have no clue. I doubt it, but is it possible? Absolutely.
By what statistic?
Gigantopithecus.
What do you mean?
Gigantopithecus is a ape-like bipedal creature that we found that lived 10,000 years ago.
Yeah, we found it that it lived, but we didn't find it living.
No, we have not.
Yeah, Sean, share my picture. I posted in Discord. I typed in Jeranism live show.
They don't leave like evidence around, like food they've eaten and dumps they've taken and shelters they've built, or
what I typed was Jeranism.
But we do know they exist, though.
Oh,
they existed.
But they're not living, so it's different.
No.
They
could live. Possible. We can hear you, Skyfly. We were just talking about something.
That doesn't mean that Bigfoot could live now.
Why?
No,
like a Bigfoot.
Bigfoot only lives in Karen B's head.
Wait, why couldn't Bigfoot be living now?
Because evolution and the fact of time. Time.
So wait, you're telling me 10,000 years ago we didn't have apes?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
okay. So do we have apes now?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so we do know that a species can live longer than 10,000 years. So to say that evolution, that doesn't make any sense.
Let's think about this logically.
Okay.
To be fair, there could be some in remote parts of the world where no people go, so they wouldn't see them. So we wouldn't know anyone.
You know how much area how much area on Earth there is like that?
There's probably.
Ready? What about how much of the forest fires destroyed forests where the Bigfoots didn't run out, whatever?
They may ran in. They don't run out.
All these forests in Spain, in Italy, in South America, in California, in Australia, all these forests burned down, and not one single singed Bigfoot ran for its life.
And all those fires still didn't put a hiccup in the actual density of a forest.
Because
all those people out there then fighting the fires, preempting the fires,
do you
didn't see any Bigfoots running for their lives.
There are still native people that are being found that have never been discovered until recently on islands and areas of the world that we have never been.
That's not true.
Sean.
It is 100% true.
Actually, in the Congo, I believe they discovered dinosaurs.
They know there are areas in Congo that no one's ever been.
Oh my God.
Davros, help me out here.
Davros, did you just...
Yeah, I did. I just did an oh my God and rolled my eyes into the back of my head listening to you lot.
Why? What did I say that was wrong? Nothing.
It was me.
Oh. I
It
wasn't
was
listening. I was ranting.
Oh no, you can rant on all you like. It's almost soothing. But the moment Skyfly opens his mouth today, it's like, what the fuck, mate?
That's kind of why I wasn't listening.
Did I
Because they
Oh,
found
yeah.
dinosaurs in the Congo. It's like, yeah, and
That's not like that's.
we have
Okay.
living dinosaurs in Australia. I
We have
mean,
living
shit.
dinosaurs in Florida.
Yeah, we have.
Komodo dragon still survives
have-
today,
ocean.
and
Yeah.
that is a descendant of the dinosaur.
Like we got a
It's
Galapagos
crocodiles.
turtles.
Crocodiles.
Everything is a descendant of dinosaurs at this point.
Everything. Chickens, man.
Yeah, they're
Direct
all
descendant.
Yeah,
Direct
T-Rex.
descendant of T.
T-Rex literally
Was
was
a
the
chicken.
size of a chicken.
No.
Yes, he was.
No.
Okay,
No.
he wasn't big though. He wasn't like big as they keep depicting. It would have been impossible.
Well, he was.
No.
And it's not
No.
impossible.
Not if the gravity was less.
Nope.
No,
I'm
it
telling you
has
right
nothing
now.
to do with the
He
He would
gravity.
I
only
think that
he would
it's
only been able
impossible.
to survive as a scavenger, and
It
he would
has.
have been
Yes,
a
he was a
extremely
scavenger.
extremely shitty.
He was
scavenger.
not an apex. He was
T-Rex
not
was a
classified as an
hunter.
apex predator.
But they depict him as one.
Well, that's just to keep the narrative, my friend.
Boom. I'm right again.
Yeah, where do they depict it? In a cartoon about dinosaurs? or
Everywhere
some
in
movie with
school,
Brandon
at
Fraser?
at a museum, they depict T-Rex to be the badass dinosaur of its time.
Oh, you know why? Because he's got a fucking mouth as big as a school bus with 150
No,
razor
they
sharp
are
teeth in it.
not big dinosaurs. They are bigger
They
than
were
you.
gigantic.
No, they were not
Yeah, I've
gigantic by any
been
means.
to the Metropolitan
The same thing
Museum.
with
I
the same thing with the
stood
Velociraptor.
with
The
dinosaurs.
Velociraptor was literally the size of like an ostrich.
That's not even correct.
I mean,
What?
It depends
So,
on the species, but
Sean-
I mean, yeah, there
I
were
don't think you've ever stood
raptors
next
the
to an
size of a
ostrich then.
turkey.
Yeah,
Sean,
Utah
what do you
Raptor
have to
was
say
over
about
6
the
foot.
about
Yeah,
the
Velociraptor
so
fossil
is an
record?
ostrich. But in
Completely
the in the
different.
movies and a lot of places, they were 9 feet, 10
Did I
feet.
lose
They
sound?
oversized these animals for no damn reason. Yes, we hear you.
No. Utah Raptor has been found to be anywhere from 6 feet to 8 feet.
That's
So-
small on by what it was depicted. Same thing for
No.
T-Rex. T-Rex was not as big
Where?
as they always depicted.
Where was it depicted
School.
that you saw it that it was a lie? Where? In a cartoon?
Wait, what?
In a
In a
science
movie about
fiction
reanimated
film,
dinosaurs from amber
Wait.
DNA?
Wait. So you're telling
What
me
about the
that
photos
after
they
further
found?
research, we didn't find out that, for one, T-Rex wasn't as big as as depicted.
What's the research if you have the fucking skeleton and you put it together and you
They
stand
don't
it up and you
have
go,
full.
oh,
Because
this is
that's
how
the
tall
problem.
it
They
is.
don't have full
Sue.
skeletons. And all the full
Sue.
skeletons they do have,
Okay,
if
well,
they
I
do,
don't need a
they're
full skeleton.
juveniles
Okay,
and they're tiny.
let's say
and I don't
I
think they're
found
juveniles. I
your
think those are
fucking femur
adults.
bone in the river, dude, and I found your femur bone out there, but I couldn't find the rest
I
of you,
don't
dude. I
get
guess
this.
I forgot how tall you were by that one bone.
Nope.
Even the crocodiles, they said, were 35 feet
Because I know
long.
what kind of animal you are, and I got one bone from your leg. That's real helpful. I can figure out exactly how tall you are.
Yeah.
Just get this weird thing, and animals are building themselves up in proportion.
Why would there be myths
Let's
about
make it-
people that are really tall if it wasn't true? The only reason that happened.
Sue was a 90% complete skeleton. 90%.
Everything but the feet.
I'm happy to accept that dinosaurs were dragons technically, and they didn't become extinct 65 million years ago, like I said. I'm happy to accept that, but I'm not accepting the Bible line that the Earth was created like 10,000 years ago.
I'm
Why
not,
not,
I'm
Brian?
not
Look at
listening
it.
to
You just do
Brian
like this.
anymore today.
Listen, if you go like the Bible is like the word of God, right? So then God's telling you from his point of view. And from his point of view, you know, like how like we'll say like a dog's year is like 7 of our years because their heart's smaller. And the smaller your heart gets, the more years you live in 1 year, like the shorter your lifespan. So God's heart's really big. So his years are forever. So what takes us 1,000,000 years takes God 10 motherfucking days. Ha ha.
Did you just assume God's gender?
As a male and a dog.
No, you guys just go ahead and miss
Why,
all the
why would
greatness right
why
there.
would an omnipotent God have a gender?
It's called
So he doesn't
brainwashing.
have to
They
wank.
brainwashed me as a small child to call God a he.
So it doesn't
I'm trying
become
to
gay
argue.
like that TV presenter in the UK. What's his name? Philip Schofield. I'm gonna have to post a picture of him. Sorry, guys.
No, don't.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Fuck it.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Ah,
There
fuck
it
it.
is. Philip Schofield being kissed by another
You
man.
guys don't understand how the size of something's heart affects time.
I think I've actually worked at butchers, and the pig hearts, the ox hearts, and the sheep hearts are all exactly the same. They're just different sizes.
Astrorex, yes, I do know more. Much more.
But yeah, he thinks he does. But that's good. I like that Sean thinks that way. Makes him ask the right questions instead of the stupid
I think this is
questions he
great.
asked when he
We're
was a
not here to
flatty.
argue with each other. We're here to
Yeah.
discuss.
In Astrorex, I actually agree with you, but I would replace X Flat Earther and talk about you with X Asshole because you're just an asshole.
I feel like
He
Peter
is.
G's making up shit about dinosaur legs.
I need news.
Velociraptor wasn't a chicken size, dude. You're thinking of the wrong dinosaur.
Yeah.
Go back and
I
watch
can't wait
fucking
for-
It
Jurassic
was
Park
about the
again,
size
Peter.
of a turkey. It was about the size of a turkey.
Look up Utah Raptor. Fuck's sake.
Nah.
Well, I'm specifically talking about Velociraptor.
Look at,
I
I get all
don't
my dinosaur
care.
information from
They're
Jurassic
all,
Park.
they're all part of the same species.
I have all the knowledge that I have of dinosaurs through Land Before Time. Boom.
Yeah, I've seen that
okay,
too, so maybe I got
Littlefoot.
some from that too.
Sean, you are now
Yes.
Littlefoot.
No, I am big. Never mind.
No, you are now
I wear a
Littlefoot.
size 13. I'm pretty sure I'm not Littlefoot.
No. It's because you invoked the Land Before Time with its 17 videos.
No, wait, no.
You will now be
First
known
of
as
all,
Littlefoot
when I
when it
say
comes to
Land of
talking about
Time, when I say Land of Time, I
Land
only speak
Before
of
Time.
that's what I said. I only speak of the first two. Anything after that
Okay, so you
is
will
not
be
is not mine.
Littlefoot then,
It is not. It's
because
not
it
on
was
me.
about Littlefoot.
I don't care
Sean,
about
what's
those
called a
little
dinosaur
ones.
with no eyes? Do you think he saw us?
Brian, did you
Look,
Google that again?
What's called a dinosaur with no eyes? Do you
Brian, you
think he
Googled
saw
that again?
You gotta mute yourself when you Google search Skyfly.
I wasn't Google searching. I was talking to you guys.
Thank you, No Name. Gigantopithecus is real.
Yeah, he
It's got a
died out
bad
about
name now.
100,000 years ago. not
That's
10,000
what I
years.
meant.
And he was basically a giant orangutan.
Yes, that was bipedal. Am I wrong? No. Thank you.
What does bipedal mean, Sean?
Walks on two legs. We are bipedal.
Yes.
Good
So
job.
here is
What-
the
what
raptor
is
that
this
was
centipede?
used.
Centipedal.
It's-
How many legs does it walk on?
1,000.
it's only two, and then none of them
Nope.
become homosexual.
That would be a
Have sex with
millipede.
other
Okay,
males.
100.
Yep.
I knew it was one of them.
Yeah, because it's a metric.
Century, 100 years, dude.
I know that.
You do? How
I
long's
was
a
seeing
decade?
I was seeing it 10. I was seeing if you knew it.
I know everything, dude.
Sean, your raptor bollocks has been debunked.
I'm not opening your link. I've been
They've been found between 1.8 and 2 meters, which is over 6 feet.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm probably about 4
Are
or
those
5.
the baby ones?
I'm about
Maybe
4
they're
or
just
5
babies.
bowls deep right now, and pretty much can care less about research right now.
Fucking taller than Sean.
Maybe they found
So,
baby
Sean,
raptors.
no,
They were just
okay,
like little
so
baby raptors, or maybe
Gigantopithecus
they were like raptors that were exposed
G
to that
G Hammer.
ancient
I
nuclear
yes, I
waste that
remember
Brian was
Littlefoot.
talking about.
So, Sean, there's no evidence
They were
that
the raptors that were
Gigantopithecus
exposed to that nuclear waste that Brian was talking about.
Probably. They're probably the reason for it. For all the methane levels.
Oh, that was
Sean,
the methane
Sean,
was increased by meth heads.
this is going to go nowhere unless I talk about
100,000
the
years ago.
Cyclops. I need to talk about the Cyclops. Do
Oh,
you
you
believe in
need
the
to.
Cyclops?
No. Well, yeah. Many people have one eye. I don't think we should make fun of them though.
It happens.
Are
Do
you
you
trying to
believe
make?
that?
I believe in birth defects, Brian.
I
I
want
believe
to
in
bring
birth
back the
defects.
giants because I do believe there were giants
No,
that
there
are
weren't.
much bigger than you are, Sean.
Well, guess
There's
what?
giants.
Yes,
That's bigger
there
than
Look
you
are.
at. I'm just gonna
There are
say. I'm just gonna say
8-foot
this real
people.
quick.
No,
Listen
not
to me.
giants.
I'm just gonna say this real quick.
Who's talking?
Andre, the giant.
Exactly.
Case closed.
Yeah, case closed.
Goliath as well, and David.
Like, he's like fictitious or something. David
There you
wasn't a
go.
giant.
I'll give you a picture. It'll make it a little bit easier for you there.
Goliath was a
You don't have
giant.
to do the research.
Nimrod was a giant.
You saying
There's a
Nimrod was
bunch
a
of them.
giant?
Yeah, he was.
I don't know who Nimrod is.
He's a guy who commissioned building, or like who led the people to build the Tower of Babel. So.
Say hi, Sean.
Well, when you're a
Hey, buddy.
5
Say
foot
no
tall.
name, shush.
Hey, what's going on, Nicholas?
Hi.
How's it going, bud?
I had good sleep.
He
You
had a
had
good
to sleep.
Yeah, he had a good sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Good
awesome.
sleep.
Me too.
Not fair.
Yeah.
I got about 5 hours this
Hey
morning.
kid, how big is a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
Yeah.
Oh, according to
Tyrannosaurus is big.
Divine
I
Davros,
didn't
they're
ask
only
you,
like
Brian. I didn't. How big is it?
Big.
4 foot.
Big.
Big. Bigger than a
Big.
truck?
Yeah.
Depends on the truck.
Toyota. We're talking about a Isuzu.
The
Nicholas,
fact that a-
I'm just gonna stop with the
No,
how.
dinosaurs
no,
are very big.
Brian, he's not going to talk to you, Brian, because you're doing the dumbs.
Oh, rude.
He said Skyfly is talking. Run.
Did he say that?
Yeah, the kid knows who your name is and everything.
He's a smart lad. He's a smart lad.
He's already got you pegged, dude.
I think he said, Dad, are you talking to retards again?
I'm gonna write it down in his log real quick.
I can take I can take all this.
I hope so. You dish a lot of it. You give us the fuel
Do you
for the
think so?
fire.
Well, I thought I was pretty reasonable personally, but okay.
You're fine,
your
Brian.
reasonable fantasies are acceptable.
Look at No Name. No need to be writing words like mandibles. Okay, it's unnecessary. Stop flexing.
Well, you're forgetting your necessary antecedents there, though.
They didn't even talk about the volcano.
I know.
probably
No,
I
you
feel
talk
bad.
about
Well, I'm just gonna let everyone know they got about a 5-minute warning right now because I gotta get my boy.
That's probably how long they have until that volcano destroys everything on Earth.
it's the
Did you see?
end of the world.
Did you see that thing that they did where they moved the you know this what's it, the doom clock or some shit, right? And they moved it.
That was
so
back in
they-
2012.
No, but they've moved it. They moved it to 100 seconds to midnight. That's
From
how
when?
close we are.
Whatever.
On
To
Thursday.
100
Thursday night.
seconds to midnight. No, you know the doomsday clock. It says how close we are to like completely destroying ourselves, which is a wonderful
that
thing.
real?
Yeah, it's a thing. I don't know. People who commented on the video said that it was fear mongering, and they were like making fun of it, calling the people moving the clock handles sheep, and it was pretty funny. So it's a good read. But apparently there's a clock,
Oh my
and
God.
it's been at like 2
It's
minutes
for
to
real,
midnight.
this thing.
But then they
You're right.
moved
It's for
it to
real.
100 seconds to midnight. So that's supposed to
This is
show
real.
how close we are to world death.
This is stupidly real. Holy crap.
Oh, the death clock.
Yeah, the doomsday clock.
The nuclear doomsday clock. Q's right, it's for real.
Yeah, and we get it got closer when Trump was.
He just recently, like a couple of weeks ago, moved it so that it's 100 seconds away from midnight. So
1947 by members of. There's not enough information there. Sorry.
Yeah, it got moved. It got moved up to 100 seconds on January the 20th.
What was the
See an
reason?
Is there an actual clock though?
Yeah, no, it's they just say it, but they show a
Well,
clock
no.
when they say.
I want an actual
It's
clock.
a metaphor.
No.
It's a metaphor. How
Let me
would it
get it for
actually
you.
be a clock? That would mean
No.
we'd know exactly when it was going to
I want
happen.
power.
Exactly. I
Here
want
it
a
is.
clock. Where's the
This'll let
clock?
me. I don't know. There it is.
If it'll make you feel better every time they talk about
Right there.
they show a
Look
clock.
Better be a clock. I'm
A
watching.
clock's man-made, isn't it? Time doesn't exist. It's only exists because it generated it.
They keep it under a black sheet so it
Oh
doesn't
my god. There's a clock.
doom us.
What was the reason for the recent upgrade of the clock?
Because
The
it didn't
impeachment.
happen.
We're that much
We have
closer
to
to
change it.
committing worldicide.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
but
it
usually they
starts,
say a
committing
reason,
worldicide.
like the Cuban Missile Crisis or whatever.
Yeah, just think about a
They're all,
particular
you know,
virus that
hatred.
has just been in the news.
Well, you know, force viruses. I mean,
Hello, wonderful people. I want to talk to you
I think
about
all
something
that
that was
force
not in the
viruses.
news.
Wait. Is that what we gotta? Hey, Q. Is that what we gotta worry about now? Force viruses.
I don't know. Maybe. I hope not.
Yeah, just a
Force
quick
viruses.
something is
Covered enough.
that something that didn't make the news was the possibility of what's known as zombie viruses having been released from the Tibetan glaciers that have melted over the last 10 years.
Oh no, not
That's
then.
bullshit.
No, not
You
actual
can make a
zombies. No, they're viruses that haven't been around for over
Davros is over
10,000
here
years.
trying to steal the story of the night. Nice try, Davros. Not believing that Walking Dead is
I was
real.
trying to find. No, I was trying to find you
But
reasons for
Walking
the
Dead is
movement
real
of the
because
seconds
it's
of
like
the
a
clock.
TV show.
What the fuck do zombies have to do with a clock? They don't know how to tell time, Davros.
No,
Like, you can't
zombie
have
virus
zombies.
is not
are
what you think it
theoretically
is.
impossible.
Did you say the hantavirus?
A zombie virus is not what you think it
A
is.
zombie virus is anything that would make people
You
sick
please,
and
people,
No.
everyone stop
well.
dreaming
No.
up these horrific ways for humanity to destroy
A
itself. What the
zombie
fuck is wrong with
virus
you?
is a
Yeah, why
virus
can't we
that
just
was
kill
not.
each other with fucking gloves?
Why can't you dream up ways to educate children so that they want to be smart and not do drugs?
Punch
Sorry,
dumb
I was
people.
trying to say something.
Teach kids to punch dumb people. Then eventually, what they'll do is they'll look in the mirror, they'll all punch themselves, and we'll all be happy.
That's a good idea.
That's some good California weed, yeah.
The doomsday clock just moved 1 second closer to midnight from
Yes,
that
it
stage.
is, Montreal. Yes, it
Does
is.
it have a second to get closer?
I'm with you, Sean, bro. I'm with you.
At 100. The fuck is 100 seconds is more than a minute. So why? What the fuck, dude?
It's a minute
Well,
and 40 seconds. No, wait, a minute
20 seconds.
and
yeah,
20
it's a
seconds.
minute and 40 seconds.
What's the extension
No,
of a
it's a
40.
minute and 20 seconds.
60 seconds to a minute, you dope.
Yeah, duh.
So if
many
it's
minutes in
110,
a second?
if it's 100,
That's what I
it's a minute
said.
40.
That's what I said.
Can't divide minutes into
But the thing
seconds
is,
to
you
get
only
kilometers.
live for 12 cosmic seconds, so you're
That's
knackered.
not true. I live a lot longer than that.
What, you're going to live past
think
88?
Yes.
Since I haven't
Show me.
experienced it, I probably don't
Okay.
Show me. Give me the timestamp. I want the video of you living past 88.
Deal.
die.
Gotcha. I'll send that to your DM and momentarily.
Gonna take longer.
No, but I
than
need that
it is,
video
though.
now.
Okay. Then?
So you need to go 50 years in the future.
Well, you keep saying
Bring it
now,
back
but
to
it
the
will
timestamp.
always be then.
Exactly. So I need you to go to then.
Now?
And bring it back to then.
Now?
Anyway, I think
Hey
we've all
guys,
got ahead
After
of
your next
you guys, you
goal.
want to get together and
grasp the
Okay.
fantasize about
moment.
the way humanity will die?
Grasping the moment.
We're all
We've
gonna
all-
inhale unicorn farts. Channel Q.
What? Why am I
That's how you
Right.
stop
I-
cut.
Laughing
I'm not
gas
unicorn
uniform farts.
Oh boy. Unicorn farts. That's what they wear when they're fighting forest viruses.
A billion stoners just applied for become the fire work for their fire departments. Unicorn farts, really? This
Now,
is a great idea.
if we had marijuana planted everywhere when these forest fires happen, we'd probably have world peace by now.
For real. That's what we need to do. Fuck solar radiation management. We just need to fucking hotbox Earth. Hope all you non-stoners don't have a problem with that idea.
I got what Channel Q said. She said if everything was planted with marijuana, then when the forest fire started, everyone would be stoned. They wouldn't care.
You just
That's
got
so
that, Skyfly? That just caught on?
No, it caught on earlier, but I couldn't
Okay.
have time to talk, so I didn't want to interrupt. Sorry.
Now you didn't want to interrupt.
So I think they should probably evacuate Puerto Rico. I just want to say it out loud.
But isn't it south of Puerto Rico?
No, they need to get everybody out of there.
But
Why?
isn't it south of Puerto Rico?
That's where the earthquakes are happening, sure, but
Yeah.
No, it's
but
finished
there's
now.
no. First of all, hang on. There is no actual volcano on Puerto Rico that is erupting.
Oh. No, that's on Tall. It's a totally different place, but it's like it's like in the same area.
No, it's in this. It's on the.
Areas.
It's where its volcanic chain is, but it's not Puerto Rico. And it doesn't even explain the earthquakes in Puerter Rico.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
That
all connected.
fault zone just
No, it
north
doesn't.
of it does.
There was an earthquake in
I will show this again.
tornadoes.
Look, I'm gonna show this last.
There were
I gotta go.
tornadoes recently.
Okay, I'm gonna show you, and then I gotta go.
I forget.
There's not even tectonic plates in Puerto Rico.
Yes, right
Isn't there
above
just
it's in
an
the fault line.
No,
There is.
no, because there was just an earthquake in
Just-
Florida.
It runs just
John.
it runs
John,
just
there was
north.
just an earthquake
Yes,
in Florida.
yes, Channel, you're right.
Yeah, Sean,
But
do I
they have
have to
nothing-
educate these people on fault lines compared to tectonic plate
Yes, I
movement?
think you need to.
No, you
And-
don't.
Yeah.
You need
And
to
I'm
understand.
telling you now, the chain of volcanoes that is erupting in that area has nothing to do with the volcanoes. It's not even
That's
close
what
enough.
you think.
I know it. How come all the islands in between the volcano and Puerto Rico have no
Okay,
earthquakes?
Did the earthquake happen that caused the tsunami? Did it happen where?
Which
Where?
tsunami? Which tsunami?
Yeah, kind of matters.
First one.
First one. Where?
The first one. That
Very
doesn't tell
first
us
tsunami
when.
ever in the world.
Q, you need to think.
Yeah, that's just going woo-woo.
I'm just happy that everyone decided to get on the smoking train with me.
Okay, if I tell you there's tornadoes and earthquakes, the volcanoes erupting, and locusts are swarming Iraq.
Iraq?
Why did you say locusts like locusts are bad?
No, when they swarm,
like
it's
locust,
terrible.
like locusts are killing people.
This is like an open
When they swarm, it's bad, dude. It's bad. They were in Las Vegas, but I guess they decided to go to Iraq. So
Did they take a plane?
all of these things,
Wait. Don't
connected.
locusts don't they only live for
Tell
like
you.
7 days? Hang on. Don't
No,
locusts only live for 7 days?
Their spawn goes dormant and then comes back a few years later.
How long do
Why
they
would
live?
you disagree with evacuating Puerto Rico?
What do locusts have to do with evacuating Puerto Rico?
Because it's all bad news, dude. Because there's locusts in Iraq, and there's tornadoes, and there's a volcano erupting, and there's earthquakes.
Hang on, Q, before you said let's talk about all the ways we're going to die, why don't we? And now you're talking about all the ways we're going to die from biblical plagues.
It's not my fault, dude. It's just what's happening. I didn't make it up. I'm just, dude, when I look around, I'm like, it's like the Bible came to life.
I have to
You
thank
sound
you.
just like those old ladies that come to my house with watchtowers on Sundays and try to get me to go to church.
I don't think you should do that, though,
The,
because
the earthquakes and the storms and the plagues. And it's like rumors of war and wars and things like that. It's like, when have there not been all those things that have been described in the course of human history? Or hell, in the course of a day on the planet Earth, is there a spot on the Earth where there's not a war, an earthquake, a tornado, something? You know what I mean? I mean, that's
San
always
Diego.
it's like
San
predicting
Diego.
the sun's gonna come up
San
tomorrow.
Diego.
on
No,
something.
Sunny
I'm
every day.
Jacking it, jacking it off. We jacking
Okay.
it
And
off.
how
All right,
many
guys,
times
everyone, I gotta go.
you
Guys,
get
I gotta go get
where
my
you
son.
have a glacier
All right,
melting?
John.
Thank you,
You have
Sean.
Thanks,
war. You have Trump for president. You have forest fires.
Thank you for being here,
Cats
Q. I
living
missed
together,
you.
man's
I'll be
hysteria.
back. I'll be right back, guys.
Just a
All right. I really gotta get out of here. All right. Fun talk. Again, I hope you guys, if you guys just got here, please go to the beginning of the stream and check out the Marshall Islands situation that we were talking about in the beginning, and then after that, it was all straight fun. SKYFLY theory, basically, is what I'm calling it. And I will see you guys around tomorrow. I'll be live probably around early. And then I will see most of you guys in the other, the Discord servers. If you haven't, the link is in the description for the bunker if you want to join the panel. And I will be probably around Jose's or Debate Flat Earth and more server. I will see you guys later. I gotta get out of here. Peace.
These men go crazy. Legendary.
Perfect.